With a little bit of ingenuity.
Anyway, hello, welcome to Dara's Hangout Den. I apologize. That was one of Pogo's probably most super fast ones I have ever seen.
That shit was like an acid trip, bro. I fucking.
I was like, I could at least play it once.
I was too sober for that shit. Nope.
Super hype.
Woo! Yeah, I
was glad to see everyone dancing in the back room there.
Yeah.
How could you help it? It was involuntary.
Right?
I had no control over that.
I was like, I gotta do it once. I already downloaded it. I gotta do it once because I have so many other ones. But that's the only one I know of that is very hype. But anyway, I'm sorry about that, everyone. It is the Dara's Hangout Den. Once a month, I bring on a multitude, well, just 3 other people, but I bring in a multitude of people who have been on guests before. Wonderful people, of course. Unfortunately, however, one of my guests decided to bail at the very end. So, as it goes, life goes on. But I have 2 lovely people here, and instead of me doing the introduction of doing it, because honestly, we're all adults here, okay? If you're not an adult, just speak up. But anyway, go ahead, and we'll start from Jack. Introduce yourself, young man, and then we'll do TinyPandaFace.
Well, hello there. I am JackTarLad. It's a pleasure to see you all today. Not that I can actually see you, but I'm glad that you're here, nevertheless. You can always find me on Twitter at JackTarLad. I'm usually over there doing what I do best and shitposting all day long. And yeah, you can also find me on YouTube and the Rumbles and doing my game streams and, you know, my live reacts to dashcam footage at the moment. That's my current show. So nice. Yeah, come and find me there.
Mm-hmm. And TinyPandaFace.
Hi. By the way, Jack, you should wear those sunglasses if you play poker because we can see everything. Just saying. I'm TinyPandaFace, aka Jackie, aka Havoc, aka whatever the fuck you want to call me. I got a channel on Rumble, TinyPandaFace, where I have podcasts, my crochet videos.
Mhm.
I also do live streams every so often. I'll be doing crochet tutorials soon. I
Ooh.
do like light gaming also, a lot of point and clicks and stuff like that. And you can also follow me on Twitter at TinyPandaFace if you just want to see my rants. What's up?
Ooh, and you could pay her a rant to see a rant. So there you go. But yes, it is awesome to have these wonderful people on. Of course, JackTarLad has been on many a time. The man cannot be put down no matter what you do to him.
This is my 10th time now.
Yeah, actually, well, yes, because one was unprecedented. And then this time, because it was like Monday, I think it was. No,
Yeah, it was the other day.
two
2 days
Tuesday,
ago.
yeah, it was a few days ago. And of course, Tiny Panda has at least been on once, and that's the second time. Which is usually with Panda Sub 2000. So if you've ever seen him, they're usually together like peas in a pod, like apples and pears. No, wait, that's something wrong. Like apples and carrots, something like that.
Yes, go to Panda Sub 2000. That's his channel. That's Phoenix's channel. And it is like high quality, crazy futuristic shit, man. And I'm on some of his series. Fuck me, though. Watch him. You know what I'm saying? He's dope. He's awesome. I mean,
I brought one of the better. I want the best guests ever. No, both of you are awesome. Hey, hello, good sir. How are you?
MSK, welcome, buddy. Good to see you. I see Steve's in the chat too.
Yeah, Steve is saying hello. And this man, every time he comes on, he's like, "I'm already half dead," and I'm like, "Come on, dude, get some rest." Like it's already midnight for him. Sometimes he's coming in. It's like 1 a.m. where he's at. And he's like, "I
It's
can still be
midnight
here."
for me too.
Well, I know, and I appreciate you so much. She means well. She's high quality. She's high quality and high energy. So don't forget that. That lady can, if she were a train engine, she'd already be at New York right now. All right, that's how high energy she is. But that's right, choo choo. But
choo choo indeed.
And now on for something completely different. No, but yeah, no, I saw you did that. I do feel dead at the moment. If that's count. Look, come on, Steve.
Same, Steve. Same.
Oh my goodness, he's throwing us on here like this.
I got two monsters here, dude. To stay awake for this shit. I'm fucking.
What were you doing all day?
I'm here.
So you're not naturally high energy. You're more like monster high energy.
I need help. I need.
Energy drinks are tremendously bad for you. I take cocaine.
Yeah. Well, monsters go on sale. Cocaine very seldom. You know. I speak from experience.
Oh no, you don't buy it. You steal it from other dealers.
Or you can just live with one for 2 years, which is what I did.
Wow. Goodness sake. I wonder how that went. Yes, I'd like a little more money, please.
MSK wants to be a white person, apparently. Sorry, mate, you're not privileged enough.
Gotta be privileged. Gotta be privileged. But yeah, it's a weird thing how you hear about the cocaine stuff nowadays. I'm just like, come on. But anyway, but yeah, I did see your knitting thing. You did a what was it? An Among Us, was it?
Yeah, I crocheted a fluffy Among Us just recently, yesterday or something like that. And it's lovely. And I'm doing a bunch of them because I plan to do a craft sale in a few months. So that should be fun. And I'm going to do like a crochet tutorial. I just figured out how to do an overhead camera. High tech. So I'm going to do that and we'll do something Halloween-y for the month, guys. So look out for that.
You've only got a few weeks left for Halloween, though.
Yeah. So. Does anybody actually dress up for Halloween? As adults, as grown-ups, we're all boring. Boo.
Well, I'll tell you what, the thing I do dress up in is called an adult, and unfortunately, bills are the trick.
Well, I dress up every day but Halloween, so
So no pants on Halloween. That's
Yeah.
all it
no,
is.
the Daffy Duck on Halloween.
Daffy Duck on Halloween. And that in itself is the costume. So
Donald Duck.
Donald Duck. That's
not
right.
Daffy, yeah, not Daffy.
Yeah.
Daffy Duck is completely
full
naked.
nude, right.
But the question is, can you do the voice?
Oh.
I can, but I'm afraid that I might shit myself if I do. So no, I'm not going to.
Doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, don't put me on the spot, Dara. You
Oh,
jerk.
goodness. Well, if you can't come to play, then don't. Wait, no.
Don't get
What's
your
the-
balls out.
No. It's the other way around. If you can't come to pay, then you can't come to play. That's how it should go. But never mind. I was trying to figure out that way. Rhyming is such hard things at times. But yeah, I saw that, and the camera I have here, the Brio 500, it does have a what they call a show thing. Like you just flip it over. It's sort of like that. You just flip it. You can flip it like that.
It's similar to my camera, the piece of shit 6000.
The
It's really high.
Is that? I mean, is that
noise
still?
and grain.
Is that still in stock? The piece of shit 3000.
No, it's so old. It's there are Nokias that outperform this camera.
Yo, Nokia! Don't sleep on the Nokias. Them shits lasted a long time.
Oh yeah.
You could throw those against the wall and
Mhm.
be fine.
There was a camp I was at, and they had an archery range, and one of the counselors or people there, whatever, would have one of those Nokia phones, right, the little brick thing or whatever. And so as a test, they would try to shoot it with an arrow. Now these are not piercing arrows; these are sort of like blunt, whatever arrows. You know, the stuff you see at archery and whatever. And so he would just shoot at it. He was doing a Nalgene bottle too, because those things could take a punch. But he was shooting that, and it would not. It took a while for it to even get scuffed up. That thing was made to last. You know, aliens.
Well, I mean, people are still using them nowadays because all the UFO footage that I ever see on the internet seems to be shot with one of those things.
Mm. Yeah, and it's crazy. It's crazy how some of the stuff back then used to last long, and now things are like, oh, hold on, guys, hold on. I gotta sit down gently.
Well, I mean, the thing is though, but you know, companies like Apple, they purposefully write it into the software, don't they, to fail after a certain amount of.
I think so. Nokia.
Absolutely, it's like literally written into the software that it like fails after a certain amount of time, so you have to upgrade.
Mm. Well,
Luke's here. Hi, Luke.
yes, Luke is here. Luke's awakening. Yeah, no, it's you can't upgrade anymore. There's a certain point where it stops, and then you have to have the certain iOS, and then you have to up, the newer or close to, right? It doesn't have to be the new thing, but it does have to be a step up from what you have.
Oh,
like,
iPhones only last like 2 years now. It's bullshit. If it's not the actual, the battery fucking dies, and then if you go like, oh, I just want to change the battery, you're like, it's actually more cost effective to just buy a whole brand new phone. And you're like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah,
that's the same as printers as well. Like it costs so much to buy the ink that you may as well just buy a brand new printer with the ink.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm about to buy one. Yeah. I'm in the middle of that
because I'm out of ink.
Because I'm out of ink. Because you know what it is? You know what I got? I got one of those those Epsons where you fill in the cartridge, you know what I'm saying? With liquid ink. But the problem with those printers, they're dope. But the problem with those, you have to keep using them like on a consistent basis. Otherwise the ink actually dries up. Yeah. And then you have to do like a full repair on the printer, which luckily my boyfriend is capable of, but it's still a pain in the fucking ass. And it's come to a point where I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking buy a new one. This is stupid.
One of the things that I found was that you could get the sort of off-brand cartridges. And the thing is, they've got a little chip inside them, a little microchip inside them. Even the branded ones that are made for the printer.
Yeah.
But what they started doing was they made printers with downloadable firmware. So you upgrade the firmware on the printer, and now you can't read it. Anything with a chip that's off market, or off brand, I should say, it won't allow you to use it anymore.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's like chipping a poor person. But you know what the worst thing is for printers though is trying to deal with a jet printer because those have the dry powder in them. Oh my goodness.
The toner printers.
You get those on you.
Do you guys know things like what are the advantages and disadvantages of a laser printer? Like why should I not buy a laser printer?
Well, it's expensive for one thing. I believe it's expensive, but
they're far more expensive to refill and to buy the refills for them. And it's sort of like, so that's what we're talking about with the toner. That's a laser printer, isn't it? So you got the inkjet printers, which is like a printable ink, but the laser printers, they adhere the powder to the paper with a laser, basically. But they're good for doing things like, for example, you can.
Is this titillating for the chat? By the way, this printer talk, is everybody exhilarated?
That's what we're here for.
You can use them for like printing certain things, like so I do circuit boards. I like print my own circuit boards for electronics and that sort of thing.
What?
So if you print onto wax paper with a laser jet printer, you can like iron it onto the copper clad board, and it'll just come off like that. And so then you can acid etch the copper clad board with the toner over the top of it, and it works just the same as.
That's cool.
Nice. Yeah, it's just they're a pain to take care of because once you get that powder in you, I've heard it's very difficult to get it off. It's only
What do you mean? What do you mean in you? Why would powder be in you?
No, not in you, on you, on you.
I love that. I love there was like there no joke, no innuendo. It was just straight like fingers up your ass, Jackie.
Steve says the images they produce won't run if they also get wet, which is true. And Jack is only telling us now. Look at that. Look, we're learning something new about Jack every day. Welcome to class, children. We're going to learn class of Jack. I'm on the edge of my seat, aggressively scarfing down popcorn. Oh, football! Not watching the Super Bowl. Oh, I didn't know there was a. Oh, he's talking about us. Never mind. I was like, there's no Super Bowl going on. What the hell? But that's what this is for. We can talk about whatever. But yeah, it's just I've always had an issue because I have to deal with those printers at work too. The laser ones, and I've never had to. Well, I've not exchanged the ink out yet because it is just a self-contained container, and then you send it back to wherever and all that stuff. But it's just.
Yeah, but if you've ever had one of those toner cartridges explode on you, you know about it. It goes everywhere. The powder it's like someone, explosive diarrhea up the wall, but with jet black.
But very pretty diarrhea.
It's
all
more,
different colors.
It's more like it's more like a fan on cocaine. Really, it just goes all over the wall because it's just
on cocaine.
Yes, you just put a fan on it and it just blows all over the place because it's dry powder.
Have you seen those shorts of people rolling glass jars down the stairs and then breaking? It's like filled with different colored paints, that sort of thing.
Why is that a thing?
I don't know why it's a thing, but it's kind of like visual ASMR, isn't it?
Probably.
AVMR. No, VSMR. Is that what it is? Because ASMR is audio, so it'd be audio. VSMR. Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing of it is, I think it's more like it's more of sort of the how to do it videos or whatever, because views and stuff, right? These little videos of seeing like these things in the glass jar. Oh, it cracks. Oh no. It's
well, the thing that I see them mostly on is it's like clips that have been taken from people's podcasts, and they sort of stitch it half and half. So it's like the top half is the podcast going on, and then the bottom half is either like someone playing a game, or it's these ASMR videos or VSMR videos, I should say.
Yeah, minimal effort content.
Yeah.
Minimal effort content.
Cat videos, dog videos, cat videos. Minimal, just minimal. You splash a cat video on your stream or whatever it is, done. Views all over. Everyone can love a cat.
Cute.
Yes, they're cute, but
I've been seeing some cat videos lately that involve Haitian migrants.
did they sprinkle some salt on them first? Or is that
Some of that jerk powder on them. You know what I mean?
that sounds like Jamaica though. Jerk if it's jerk powder. Hey, welcome to Jamaica. We bring the jerk chicken.
Oh no! Is that your Jamaican accent?
You wait until he does the Irish one or the British one. Crying out loud.
Hey, I tried at least. I tried. Someone on here isn't else trying. Good sir. I'm not seeing you either try a Jamaican accent, so don't.
We wouldn't, Dara. We wouldn't.
Well,
I'm
I mean, I'm from Birmingham, so I understand patois perfectly.
Patois. Yeah, I remember there was a movie, clips of it on YouTube. It was Joe Black. It had
oh yeah, with that old lady.
And, and they speak patois, and there was sort of like, oh crap, I can't remember how it's in, but yeah, it was like I didn't know that. It sounded Jamaican to me, but I didn't know that that's what it was called, was patois. And the story goes is that the actress who had lived until like she was 102, had taught Brad Pitt how to do patois, because I mean Brad Pitt in that movie was young. Good lord. Yes, I'm not
Dara's pants all wet.
Nope. Nope. But it was a pretty nice scene though for Joe Black. It's one of those movies that you won't see very much.
His best voice is Jordan Peterson because he thinks it's Kermit the Frog.
Hey.
You have to do Jordan Peterson now.
It is Kermit the Frog. Don't you get me wrong there, good sir.
Well, you know, Bucko, you better clean your room or something, you know? I mean,
oh my god, that's so good.
One day you're sitting there and you're shitting your pants every day and you know, like, come on, man. You gotta clean your room and clean your pants at least.
Why is that so good? Why are you so good at that? Oh my god!
Because Canadians are part in because of Canadian stuff and
Canadian stuff. What are you talking about, Dara?
Jordan Peterson is Canadian, isn't he?
Yes,
Jordan. And he's their king too.
Yeah,
our king is their king.
Yeah, there you go. Half time.
Everyone's king. Everybody shares a king. Oh my god, Jack, that was
He
amazing.
used to be your king until you got all ungrateful and decided to leave too.
Until we got all
damn Revolutionary War. Gosh darn.
Well, we all got all
our fucking tea in the harbour and shit.
Wasting all the good tea.
Wasting all the good tea. That's right.
Listen, as an Asian, I'm upset about wasted tea also. So, I'm there with you.
I almost heard a Boston accent out of that. Goodness sake. It almost sounded like you did a Boston accent there.
Who?
You.
Get in the car.
Get in the car. I can't believe it. Yeah, you almost sounded like you were doing a Boston accent.
Ain't nobody was doing no Boston accents.
Almost, you just see that right there. I heard it. No one's doing a Boston accent. Come on. No. It just sounded like that. Yeah, it's your father from the depths of hell, Bucko.
You see, Abe's got it right here. You know, you got to save your father from the depths of hell, Bucko.
Why are you so good at that? How do you monetize that? How do we make money off of that? What do we do? What do we do with this talent that's useless right now?
You have to be careful of that though, because they could, because he gets sued for defamation. He's trying to do my voice. I can't do a voice like that. I'm only good at doing Kermit.
Oh no!
I'm only good at doing Kermit. No, no way.
That was Jordan Peterson after taking a hit from a helium balloon.
Nope. I'm not. No, I'm not in Boston. Nobody can tell if someone's looking for khakis or khaki. That's true. Where's the car? Where's the khakis? No. I just play around with accents, but I just do silly stuff with voices because it's funner just to have a fun with it rather than try to be serious like an actor, right? Because they have to do it because trying to do wherever they're at, right? Trying to do an English accent. You have a.
I think we know you're not trying to be serious there.
I appreciate that.
I can do a pretty good English accent.
Yeah, but it sounds like a Texan.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I've heard better.
That's what he said. I give it a. Oh goodness. Goodness sake. Come on. Come on, no. But no, it's I just do it for fun. Like I sort of can do an English accent, but it's not like you can't.
You can't.
I can
Did
try.
you say you
I can
swear
try.
you can do it in English?
I can try. Okay, don't try to throw
You
me
can
under
try,
the bus.
but you fail.
I'll fail, right?
You got to work on it.
Hey,
It's
I'll
fighting
try my
words.
best. It's fuck my best right there. Right.
What's happening? What's going on? Dara, what are you doing?
Can I
He's
drink
being
water?
racist.
I'm
Being racist against the British.
I come on with the Brit. I leave with the Brit. I called you an Englishman too. Think I need to change it?
All white privilege pouring out against us Brits.
You gave up your country pretty much for white privilege. So I mean, at that point, well, actually, white guilt. Sorry.
And I can say that as a black woman on the internet.
Yep.
I could do a great English. Yes, Abe, you could do a fantastic English. It doesn't. It helps that you're already English though.
Yeah, Jack is a strong black woman who don't need no man. You know what I mean?
Oh, that and a bag of potato chips.
Oh, girl, don't be chasing. Don't be chasing. She. What do we devolve to anymore? Now it's just trying to do accent competition.
This is your show.
I'm just here for the ride. I don't
Can't
control what
me
you
under
say.
your shit.
Okay.
Hey, whoa, now, come on. You're a joy to be around. Don't be like that, Panda Face. Well, I mean, yeah.
What's new with you, Dara? Tell us what's new with you. What's going on with you?
Oh goodness, not even halfway through my month, to be honest. Oh, there goes Celtic. No, it's just
Do you need a water bottle? Is that what you mean?
Water bottle.
For your cramps?
Nope. I got plenty of those.
He had cramps. I couldn't hear you. Say that again.
He said he was halfway through his month. I asked him if he needed a water bottle for his cramps.
I'm talking about having the people on. Goodness sake, no, I'm forget it. Just gonna give us the best.
Today's goal is to try to get Dara to leave his own chat.
You won't. No way. You will try as hard as you can. I will be a solid rock on this land. No, I'm almost the halfway point on my month. That's what I was talking about. All right, goodness sake. But yeah.
That ladies, he's ovulating, so now's your chance.
Oh dear goodness.
His menstrual calendar.
Jack comes on late at night and he's right there with it. But no, it's going fine.
It's ovulation October.
Next month is going to be when I start that new show I'm going to do. So we're going to see how that goes. But other than that, it's going fine. It's going.
Is that your OnlyFans?
No.
It's a new show.
No, it's
no shame in the OF, man.
No, it's the Rumble
Times
Squared.
is tough nowadays. You know
yes,
what I'm
it
saying?
is. That's why I have a full-time job. I wouldn't turn that at any point, any time.
Maybe that's how I monetize my Jordan Peterson impression. I do OnlyFans.
People just pay you to do
Well, no, it still has like a highly sexual theme, but it's Jordan Peterson.
It's just Jordan Peterson saying some naughty words.
It's Jack as Donald Duck doing a Jordan Peterson impression.
We've got it. This is a moneymaker. This is a money spinner. This is.
Let's write it down.
I'm just gonna be making
Donald
it
Duck
rain,
vaping.
Make it rain.
What would you call it? What would your OF channel be called? Oh, I can't think of anything clever.
Crying out loud. Something to do with lobsters.
Lobster.
Yeah,
because Jordan Peterson, Hail Lobster, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's right. He did make a shirt on that, didn't he? He marked that because it was something about someone made a comment that he looked like a lobster or something.
No, it's not that. So Jordan Peterson's, I've got his book on the shelf over there. So 12 rules for life. The first rule, I believe, is stand up straight with your shoulders back. And the reasoning behind this is because lobsters, they put their shoulders back and it releases like serotonin and endorphins and stuff like that, and it makes you more sort of masculine and forward thinking and dominant, that sort of thing. And lobsters that have been attacked and have lost a fight, they tend to lose that those hormones, basically.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I did get the audiobook for that once, but I never finished it. Unfortunately. That was a long time ago though. I don't usually listen to audiobooks very much more. I am in a process of reading a book, but I haven't touched it lately, so there's that. Reading a book is
I can't read it without reading it in Jordan Peterson's voice. Maybe that's why I do the voice so well.
Do you have his voice in your head when you read it?
When I think.
When you think?
Just when I think, yeah.
Just every day.
just when you narrates.
Have the inner monologue. Yeah, well, my inner monologue is Jordan Peterson.
Oh my god, that'd be great. Your whole life is narrated.
Yeah.
Like in Jordan Peterson's voice in your head. And you like walk into a store and it's like
my ex-girlfriend is Wanda Sykes.
What?
My ex-girlfriend has Wanda Sykes as her inner monologue.
That's a terrible voice to have in your head.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Goodness.
She just told me to shut up, cracker.
Highly similar to lobster brains. That's why he's always talking specifically about lobsters. Okay, so we got a clearer picture on the Jordan Peterson, but no. Yes, that. Yeah, I didn't read the whole book right through, but man, it's interesting when you get stuff like that, especially when it's trying to be for the betterment of. But I don't know. Some people just don't want a better life, I guess. Uh-oh. I hear an attack dog in the background.
Was that your mum calling you for tea, was it, Dara?
That's not nice.
Doesn't bark like that. Doesn't bark like that.
Put him up. Put him up.
That's all right. I'll just throw some more tea in your bathtub. You'll feel better about it later. You need to go to
that
the
sounds lovely, though, doesn't it?
You can't put tea in my bathtub. That's where I've got my meth.
And your toasters. And your toasters.
Every day I'm getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.
Oh goodness. It's probably gonna be like a scene except there's no water, it's just all meth and he's sitting with the toaster and just
just meth and toasters in a tub. That's the name of his memoirs, Meth and Toasters.
Yep. That or see, meth and toasters. Now you got me thinking on a title. I need to toasted meth. No,
will that be the name of your OnlyFans account? Meth and Toasters.
We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
No, guys. This needs to be the brainstorming of the year. What do you call an Englishman's OF?
Well, yeah, let's get the chat involved. Chat, what do you think Jack should call his OnlyFans account that will display him in Donald Duck wear doing a Jordan Peterson impression while smoking his vape? It's a very specific fetish.
Very specific. I mean, once you've completed the internet, I mean, it does take a specific set of circumstances to get you off.
Yeah. Goodness sake.
Yeah, I've completed. What can I say? I've completed X Hamster. I've gone through Pornhub. You know, there's not much that gets me off anymore, I'm afraid.
They've taken all that content, like the free, the clips from like actual porn movies off of those sites, or they're starting to, and it's just OnlyFans clips now.
Yeah. Well, they're starting to, I believe.
I'm glad to know that you know also. Don't ask her how she knows that.
You have to keep up with the times, Jack. Okay?
She's on the underground.
You got to stay hip with the kids.
She's on the underground. No, they're banning, I believe they're banning Pornhub in the States now, in the US.
In the United States?
It's more to do with the age verification factor of it. So it's been banned in certain states because of the age verification factor of it.
Yeah, I just can't remember how many states are on that list so far because I know
You're
It's
making a
quite a few.
list.
I'm not making a list. I just don't
Where
remember.
not to move by Dara.
Someone made a map of it a long time ago. I just don't remember where what it was on there. Request too specific, instructions too complicated, off to take a bath. No, but that is a kid. But I mean, you get to see these arguments online, and it gets a bit ridiculous. But then again, there are parents who let their kids, explore the interwebs without, being responsible for teaching our kids about the internet. Like, the internet at such a young age for a kid is not the place you should be on right now. There's got to be some sort of parental control, but there's the parenting factor. And what do you know?
I ain't got no kids. I don't want them.
Well, not you, but there are people who are parents out there, obviously. But
I mean, I grew up with unfettered access to the internet from a teenager, and I think that I still turned out okay. I think that it's as the years have gone on, as the decades have gone on, it has become really easy, or much easier, for bad actors to gain access to young people's minds. Before, it was a case of, yes, there were always bad actors out there, and you had like groomers and stuff like that on the internet, but it's gotten much worse than that now. It's like literal influencing of the mind.
Well, especially with a group of crazies trying to normalize pedos. Categorizing them as actual sex preferences instead of discussing mental cases. How developed was the internet when you guys were younger?
Well, I was accessing it on my Commodore 64. No. But so when I was a kid, the internet wasn't about it. The internet really didn't come about until my teenage years. And so before that, like, all right, let's just talk about the internet then. So when I first started becoming engaged with the internet, it was more chat rooms and like AOL chat and MSN chat and all that kind of stuff. Completely unfettered.
Best online dating, by the way, ever was an AOL fucking chat. I
met several of my exes through those.
I'm still friends with a lot of the guys I met on AOL chat to this day. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely best.
I remember that you had to have a disc in order to install and then get to, because it was like 56K.
Free AOL. Yeah, absolutely.
That's when AOL
all you had to do was like before your 2-week trial was up, was just create a new email address, and then you just sign up for AOL again. You uninstall it from your system, reinstall it, type in the new email address, and you got another 2 weeks free 56K dial up.
Jeez.
Yeah. I still have my AOL email. That's my main email. That is.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I still have my AOL disc. I'm gonna get it now. I swear to God, I still think I have it. The actual CD-ROM. Give me a second.
Just sitting there. Is this the same place you've been living in for the past like 30 years?
He carried it with him all this time. No,
he just carried it. Every time he moved, he's like, "Be sure to pack the CD."
And a long time ago,
you never know when this will come in handy.
A young English man turns into a young English boy turns into a young man and carries with him the old artifact of history gone past. The AOL disc mightily prospered back in the day. That's when AOL was big, but now it's not so big anymore, to be honest.
No, AOL's gone. They just keep up the emails because there's still a few of us dinosaurs that use the emails.
Yeah.
If anyone decided to get rid of their emails, I'm fucked. I'm done because it's my primary email, so everything is on there. I want to see this disc, dude.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I've got it now that I've said it.
Uh-oh.
I've got literal spools of CDs in front of me right here on my lap.
Why?
Well, because it's one of the best ways to actually keep old media, especially like abandonware and stuff like that. I've got games and stuff that you couldn't even download now.
Yeah, I remember playing games like there were
spools of CDs.
There you go.
Nice. Yeah, because I used to remember playing games off of CDs as well.
Yeah.
It'd be like, I think Microsoft would give out like a free bundle of CDs or whatever. You get like these free.
There it is.
Windows 98. Goodness sake. AOL and the CE. I think he already said that. On his Commodore 64.
That's right. Yeah, I'm a C64.
C64. The 5060. Yeah, exactly. Because you couldn't. The funny thing is, you couldn't answer the phone and be online at the same time. Otherwise, you'd get yelled at. And there were days. when your mom gets home and says,
yeah.
Your mom gets home and says, I was at work. Why couldn't I reach anyone?
Oh my God. My dad used to get so freaking angry because then your parents would have to like pay to like interrupt the call.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
Like,
Or the internet would slow down to a point or get interrupted. Like, I think someone's trying to call.
Yeah. Oh my God. My dad would get so angry.
Yeah, it was not a fun time. But once they finally got that separated, once dial-up got past that point, it was great. But yeah, can you imagine being forced to go back to 56K and just you would not.
Imagine.
It may actually turn out that happens if the sort of modern internet goes down. They have free services now, free dial-up services. So if you've still got a 56K modem, and you've got a phone line, providing that you've got the modem installed, you can just use these free dial-up services now. So you don't have to pay for AOL dial-up or anything. Well, you never did in the first place anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can just access the internet for free now, basically, but very much slower. You see, back in my day, back when I was a young whippersnapper, the like images used to come in line by line. They used to download line by line, right? So porn was especially
maybe you would see a nipple on the same day. Who knows?
yeah,
2 to 3
knows, right?
business days, definitely.
So the thing is, right? What we used to find was that you got it coming in line by line, and you'd always get to see the face first. So what we started doing was we started sharing the images upside down. So at least then you got to see the pussy first, yeah? And then if she was completely dog ugly, it didn't matter because at least you got to see the pussy first.
A madman. You're a madman. Oh, madman indeed.
Oh, revolutionary at the time.
Subscribe to Jack for more hacks and tips, guys.
Just
I'll give you more than just the tip.
Hey!
He finally said it, guys. He finally said it.
Do you know what? I haven't got it on these spools. I might have to dig out
Got
some
everything
spools.
except for AOL.
Except for the AOL disc. I swear it's there because I've got a shelf full of CD-ROMs.
Why?
Because they're valuable. It's information. No, but they may not be to someone who's not into collecting lost media, but it's there. It's all there, sitting on my shelf, collecting dust.
And then you find it's like, oh, it's scratched. Ah, curses.
Doesn't matter. Here's a tip for you. If you've got a CD that's scratched, all you need is some, like the car buffer solution that you can buff your card with, like T-cut, or the stuff that you polish your brass with, brasso, that sort of stuff. All you got to do is polish the scratches out with that, and it works
I do
just
remember
fine.
seeing. Yeah.
Then
there was like a pencil. Wasn't there used to be a pencil that did that?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes just by painting over it with clear nail varnish would work.
Is that true?
Yeah. Sometimes, depending on how, like, if it was severely scratched, if it had like a deep gouge in it, you could.
A very
apply
angry ex-girlfriend had your
Yes,
CD.
exactly.
I found my like, you remember like the books of CDs that you would keep in your car because you had your CD changer in your trunk.
Mhm.
You remember how stupid were we that we had the energy to pull our cars over to change the music?
Yeah,
Because we had like the 10 CD changer in the trunk.
Those
I
are
don't think-
rookie tactics. You got to try and do it whilst you're still going 70 down the highway.
Goodness. I don't think they went up to 10 changers though. I think the biggest one I've ever seen was like a 6 CD changer. Never seen it go any higher than that. To be honest.
They went high.
Yeah,
yeah,
they
okay.
went much higher.
I don't know. No. That shows you how far back I am. You pulled over. We risked our lives. There you go. See, look at that. Half Pine is saying we risked our lives. Yeah, I wouldn't risk my life. But yeah, I remember because my mom would have this big open, zipper open thing. You just have this full case of CD after CD. Nowadays, you just on your phone. Don't even need that. You'd have like Pandora or Spotify. I think that's pretty much it for music streaming. I think.
Well, there's Apple Music.
Oh, that's true.
There's
That
Amazon
Apple,
Music. There's
Amazon Music. Yep. I
Yeah,
think
there's
Google
a
does
bunch.
theirs as well too, don't they? Google has their
Maybe.
own store. Okay.
I'm sure.
Is this some newfangled technology that I don't know about? Because I thought we were talking about what we had back in the day. Because back in the day, like they're saying in the chat there, we had like BearShare and Kazaa. And,
LimeWire.
Yeah.
No,
What's the other? Napster. I never
Napster.
forget
Yeah,
about
Napster was the big one.
I
Yeah.
think there was one
They
called.
got sued, didn't they?
Yeah, I think there was one called LimeWire too.
LimeWire.
Yeah, we just said that. Yeah.
Mhm.
And Panda. Yeah,
Keep up, Dara.
Yeah, come on.
I'm here.
Turn the volume up.
I can hear you just fine, especially with all that monster energy. Good gracious, Dara and Panda. No, it's Dara, Jack, and Panda. Good, or Jack. Panda. Dara, Jack, Panda. No, I'm trying too hard. I bet if a 12-year-old were watching this, it'd be like instant. Yeah, exactly. We'd be talking magic here. Hey, look at that. You got a hello.
Hello there, Stuff Central.
I hope your move went well, Stuff. I don't know if you're done with it or not, but I hope it went well. Wow.
You can be here, Dara.
I've got limited arm space, so I can't dab like the spaceman is dabbing in the chat there. So
you're not the only person I've had on who had done the dab. I'm like, that's old. That's like planking. At this point, it's like planking. What planking used to be.
You hear that, Stuff Central? Dara says you're out
old.
of it.
You're out of touch with the youths.
Yeah, I don't think I would be. I'd be called old. Well, I call myself old anyway. But no, it's just some things are a fad, but some things get brought back in different ways.
Everything gets brought back. Everything does.
Yes. There is one thing that keeps coming back, and I wish it wouldn't. Bell bottoms. Bell bottoms should have died.
I was about to bring that back.
Yeah, no, don't bring back bell bottoms.
Fuck you! I love bell bottoms.
No, I did when I was a teenager. I loved bootcut jeans because I used to wear boots a lot, and so just wearing tight fit jeans, with boots, it didn't work. But having bell bottoms, they fit right over the top of your boots, and everything was great. Yeah, but really, when I look back at photographs of myself, I think to myself, "Fuck me, dude, what were you doing?" Like that style should have died back in the 70s where it belonged.
I loved bell bottom jeans, and it was great. It's like my mom
there you go.
was part of the bell bottom generation. So when it came back, I was like, "Mom, break out the old clothes because I'm taking all of it." You know what I'm saying? It was great. Yeah, bell bottoms because I had tiny little ankles.
I can see that some of the sort of 60s hippie things are coming back. Like I've seen a load of unwashed leftists hanging around on the street.
Not not shaving under the arms. Yeah. No soap and water. Yeah.
Soap dodgers, yeah.
Sweet Dodgers. No, the thing that never left though, that was from the '60s, was the ganja, the green. That never left.
It is something else that is from the '60s that never left. Joe Biden.
Hey!
Ew!
Dun, 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 dun.
You are correct, sir. Goodness sake. Well, no, they actually discontinued the Beetle a long time ago, didn't they?
The Beatles.
Well, the VW.
Yeah, the VW. Yeah. Well, they call it the Beetle Bug. Really, is what they call
Yeah,
it. Like
Herbie.
Yeah, Herbie. That was a good movie. But no, they discontinued the VW. I don't know how many years ago. 2014 or something like that. I can't remember. Now I can be made to look it up. Gosh dang it. VW is continued. Yeah, I know. I'm using the internet. Volkswagen's. Oh, that's not. That's what I'm looking for. Volkswagen diesel cost. Oh, okay.
Dara likes to be accurate on his show, guys.
I'm trying.
This
my
is for
best.
you. This is all for you.
I'm trying to be so off here. All right. Spark Ignition. Blah blah blah. I don't. It doesn't give me when the. Oh, I pressed the wrong tab. Jesus me. Beetle Bug. Sorry. Beetle Bug discontinued. Oh, there we go. And then we're going to do a little presentation, and boom, done. All right, there we go. Okay. So it was basically was revived to 2011. However, the second and final discontinuation took place in 2018. Okay, so it's not even that long ago. So it discontinued in 2019 then. Wow. Jeez. But it said it ended in 2000s, then revived in 2011, and then ended in 2018. So that's about 5 years ago at this point. Yeah, because it ended July of that year. Wow. Jeez.
Are you truly sad about this, Dara? Was that your favorite?
No, I just didn't remember when it was, because I knew it wasn't too long ago. I just couldn't remember when exactly. Yeah, but the weed change, it just used to be regular weed and kind bud. Now they're like, hey, I just got this new strain of North.
Oh yeah, no, there's no way. There's no way I would do drugs now. I'd be dead. There's no way.
Well, there's medical marijuana, but that's usually people trying to get around that with a card or stuff, whatever. So I got glaucoma. I'm sure you do.
I got to be honest with you. When I was young, the strains of weed that we had, it was either just like high weed or it was skunk.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that's what we used to call it, skunk.
Yeah.
Now there are so many strains.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, back then, what I had access to, the strains that we have nowadays, they would have knocked me straight on my ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm
back
saying.
in my teens.
Yeah.
Like the strains that we have nowadays. I mean,
Yeah.
I only quit smoking weed about a year ago.
Oh, you're talking about like yesterday then.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But as a kid,
this afternoon,
they would have knocked me. Yeah.
What are you talking about,
this
Jack?
afternoon. Yeah. But yeah, like it would have knocked me on my ass as a kid.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's no way I would start doing drugs now. There's no fucking way. And if like the kids who do drugs now, I can't even imagine what their tolerance level is. I can't even imagine.
Oh,
what were they doing a few years ago? They were
Tide Pods.
Tide Pods, Cinnamon Challenge. Don't forget Cinnamon Challenge.
Funneling alcohol in their assholes.
Oh, they were doing enemas.
Did you know that?
Yeah, but what did they call it? It was butt chugging. That's it. Yeah, butt chugging.
Chugging? Oh no! Don't Google that, guys. You'll get something else.
Nope.
And if you want to see more of that, subscribe to Jack's OF account.
Learn to see some premium butt chugging, bucko.
Oh my god, it's so good. We need to do something with this. Guys, Jack can do the most amazing Jordan Peterson impression, and we don't know what to do with it. We're thinking OF account, nude Jordan Peterson.
Maybe it could be, you know, something with a Kermit puppet.
With
and then
Kermit puppet.
hope
This
Kermit the Frog here.
this fetish is getting a lot more specific. Like as we go, we're just
Let's
adding.
get-
So the newcomers in the chat, we're thinking of a name. We need a name for Jack's OnlyFans account. So brainstorm. Okay.
Call it the unsubscribed. Like, why would you call it that? It's like, well, they're not going to.
How about butts and buckos? Butts and buckos.
The enema
The end.
dilemma.
That's it. Butts and buckos.
That's it.
Butts and buckos. But you have to put a period at the end. Butts and buckos. Period.
Oh, you mean a full stop?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh goodness. No, I would have just called it the enema dilemma. But after that, booze one. Jeez Louise. I get butt chugged.
I get butt chugged, but I get up again.
Well, it reminds me of that South Park episode where everyone started eating through their butts, and I was like, "What?" Yeah, everyone started eating. There's a poor part where Martha Stewart was eating a whole turkey through her butt.
Oh no. I remember the Asperger's episode of South Park where Cartman was shooting out burgers out of his ass.
Well, what hasn't at this point? I mean, he's already had like a probe come out of it. At a certain point, you start running out of ideas.
Oh, South Park's great.
No, yeah,
And they're always on the money as well.
Yeah.
Like they are so ahead of the curve.
Yeah,
Always.
so great. No filter, because they don't worry about filters. They just let themselves be nuts, creative, and wacky, and that's what flows out, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Well, they're probably one of the last ones, because I mean, honestly, I don't think I've seen anyone else other than South Park get away with what they do. You can't really find that much anymore.
You mean on actual television? You mean
on actual television? Well, it's not actual television anymore. It's on Paramount's platform thing, like HBO Max, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I can't what they Paramount something, but yeah, it's on that and Comedy Central. That's right, Comedy Central. But yeah, you don't really see much of anyone else doing what they do or even come close, because it feels like if anyone else tried, they just get censored and blah blah blah, all that stuff. And they're able to do it because they just don't care, or they have the money to not care, which is always a good thing to have too. Gotta have that FU money sometimes, and people will get to understand that. But yeah, it's just crazy how long they've been around. They've 26, 27 years now, I think.
South Park?
Yeah.
Has it been that long?
It's been about 26 years. 1998, I think, maybe 1998, somewhere around there is when they started.
shit.
Yeah, because they started out doing the hand-cut pieces of construction paper, I believe it was. And then they moved to digital, which is just a lot easier to manipulate because they still had to send it over.
Less scissors, I think.
Yeah.
They are so far back that me and my brother had like the first, or like a compilation of 3 episodes on VHS.
Mm-hmm.
That's how far back they go. That they were still producing VHS videos when we got them bought for us for Christmas, that sort of thing.
Nice. Yeah, it's
You have
no
those?
DVDs.
Yep.
Do you still have those? You have your Windows freaking 98 CD. Do you have your VHSs?
I have a VHS recorder in front of me here, but I only have 2 blank VHS tapes.
They'll be for his OF.
Can you imagine?
Funnily enough, the reason why I bought the VHS recorder was because I don't know whether you had the same sort of thing in the States, but over here in the UK, we had this, before the internet, we had what was called teletext. And so you press the teletext button, and on your television, you'd get like a sort of pixelated, low graphic overlay. And you could like select the page number, you like type the page number in, and you remember you had like the 3 colored buttons on your remote control on your switcher.
It might have been different here.
Yeah.
What did they call it in the state?
I don't know if we had that at all.
Yeah.
You definitely had something like that. Let's see what ChatGPT says it was called.
Oh, he's going to the AIs now.
What
We've lost Jack to
was
the AIs.
teletext called in the US? Videotext, or sometimes CFAX. NBC's Electra service? No?
No.
Ringing any bells?
None.
No. Not that I would recall.
How do I explain hang on. Teletext to
We were lucky we had a
someone
remote control in my
who
house.
doesn't
Yeah, usually the remote control was you as a kid. Even ChatGPT's like, you're old. Yes, it's true.
So it says here, teletext was a service that allowed people to access basic information like news, weather, sports, scores, TV schedules, and more using their TV remote. Imagine it as a text-based version of a website, but displayed directly on your TV screen.
Oh, we definitely didn't have that, bro. Like
So
we're talking,
anyway,
we're talking like pre-internet, pre-smart TV, like all that. Pre-TiVo. We're talking pre-TiVo.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we definitely didn't
so
have that.
essentially, the way that television works is that, you know how like it's sent line by line, right? Or
Yeah.
there's an overscan on the right hand side of the screen, and there's also an overscan below the screen that you can't actually see, but it's there. And what the smart people in TV world figured out was that you could send data in that overscan area, and that's where they stored the teletext, basically. So you could send data in the overscan area. But more importantly was that video cassettes, when you record from live TV, they would also record that overscan data. So the reason why I've got my videotape recorder is because I've been sort of going back and archiving teletext pages from it, like in the 80s and stuff like that. So I go to like flea markets and thrift stores to see if I can find like old people's tapes that they've recorded from the television, and I can archive the teletext basically from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you what, I can show you what teletext is.
Can you show us? Because I have no idea what you're talking about. And what would be the purpose of recording the teletext?
It wasn't a case of what you mean archiving it.
Yeah, archiving it.
So,
sorry.
Yeah.
So just for memory's sake, just for history's sake, basically,
just for
you could.
funsies.
Yeah, kind of. It's not just me doing it. There's an entire network of people that are doing this thing. Like they're taking old TV tape and extracting the teletext from them, because there were things like, it wasn't just like TV schedules and stuff like that. They had things like pen pals and stuff like that you could play games through it as well, and all sorts of things.
Guide. Not the television guide, right?
Okay, I'm going to try and
yeah. Let's go down.
I'm going to try and get a good page so that I can show you. Maybe something on YouTube, because I know that there was someone who was doing a teletext service on YouTube.
Guys.
This is called Jack's very
teaching. Educational.
Yeah, Jack's educational video or something like that. Probably what you do for the VHS, to be honest. But anyway, while Jack,
here we go. So I'm gonna share this because this is live right now.
Gotta go down, start screen share. It's in between the.
Yeah, give me a second. I know what to do. I'm not an idiot, Dara. Jerk.
just guiding the boat into the deck. So do what you do. All right.
Digitize support screen share audio capture. If you want to enable audio capture, you can toggle that in the next step. Okay.
Oh, is your
okay,
dog?
Share.
There you go.
Okay, so this is what
why is the sexy music?
So basically, on the BBC, after close down, what they would do is they would show pages from CFAX, but they would put this kind of jazz music over the top. So, right, you see at the top of the page there, it's got like in the very top left-hand corner, it's got P152.
Yeah.
Well, that's the page number, basically, and you could type in any number, providing you knew what the number was. So you see at the bottom, the blue banner, it says like News Index 102. So using your remote control, you type in 102, and then it would automatically change to that channel. Or you've got the regional news there, 160, you type in 160, and it would take you to the regional news page. But there was more to it than just that. There was like games, and there were, like I said, you've got like things like pen pals and stuff like that, where people would communicate with each other through CFAX. Who can forget that wonderful music? Yeah, exactly. Right.
A little loud. There we go.
I wonder if there's
Sexita.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. This is from the.
Well, we seem to have the passage of time very much on our minds today, because it's now 40 years since the very first television broadcast was made from Alexandra Palace in London.
Sorry to break in, Bob, but everybody knows that. And apart from anything else, here we are. This is the CFAX information page. In fact, this is just the index. I have here a little push button device.
Oh,
which is
okay.
a little bit like a pocket calculator. And by looking down at the index, here we are.
No, but hang on a minute. That's a wired remote. I mean, when you had like infrared come about, on later televisions, when I was a kid, we'd already transitioned onto infrared remotes.
News headlines.
So that's just basically the same as a regular remote, but it's wired into the television.
News in detail, sport headlines, travel, today's recipe, and so on.
Yeah,
we can
nothing.
play
Never had
our
anything
own
like
television
this
set. If
in
you've
the
got the
US.
adapter, any of the information.
Definitely nothing like
I'll
this
try
in the
news
US.
headlines, Bob.
At least as far as I remember.
Press the page number 101.
But then again, that looks like it's
And we can
70s
see the
stuff right
page
there.
You see,
numbers
look
turning up
here.
there.
It
And when it comes to
started
page
clicking through
101,
all of the
then we'll get
pages. When
some
it
of the
gets
news
to
headlines.
101,
As you can see, it also includes the date and the time. There's even a bigger index, actually, at page 198.
It's rather like having a kind of second-by-second encyclopedia right at your fingertips. They're the headlines.
Here's the headlines on page 101. Miners leader Mr. Gormley approaches the government on further talks. If you want more information on that, you can turn to page 103. But I'll just take it back to the index, Bob.
Let's try something else.
Replaced,
His index.
Would
Shall
you
we
like to
try?
see?
or is it
what were
archived
you asking?
forever?
Sorry, Panda.
I'm sorry. Are the indexes replaced with updated like content, or are they archived forever? Like, could you go back now and see like the same exact contact under 101?
The only way that you would be able to do that is if you'd recorded it at that time. So all of the information was sent live through the aerial, basically through. So it was never sort of archived at the time.
Gotcha.
And it was always constantly updated by someone at Teletext HQ. They would constantly be updating it with what was happening right at this very moment. You know what I mean?
Advanced for that time. That's wonderful.
It was the internet before the internet, basically. And so that, just like Abe just said, the internet before the internet. And so people who recorded television or, TV shows off the TV, movies, that sort of thing, they were inadvertently also recording all of the teletext information that was coming through at that very moment. And so that's what I've been doing along with this network of other people, is archiving the teletext pages that were sent at all these different times. I'm going to see if I can. Yeah.
Well, you better be careful, otherwise you can get me starting thrown off on the YouTube side for playing YouTube videos.
Yeah, so the teletext archaeologist.
Teletext. Oh,
that's right. You're on YouTube right now, aren't you?
I'm on both ends. Yes, lady.
Did they? YouTube doesn't count live streaming, though, does it?
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Do they?
There have been people who are watching off of Fox for the rallies for Trump stuff. They got hit. They got hit. So yeah, you have to be careful. I'll just use the tools that they have and just take out the pieces they want. But other than that, the
So,
tape donation-
for example, this website here is the Teletext Archaeologist, and this is their about page, and it says, this is their tape and donation page. It says the Teletext Archaeologist archive consists of pages ranging from 1976 until 2018 and is continually expanding. In particular, we are looking for videotape recordings between 1978 and 1980, BBC One before 1984, BBC Two until December 1989. So it's like a lot of it has already been done. So like every single day's teletext for the day has so far been archived, and you should be able to go back and look at the archive here. So if we look at the archive, go and explore. So I can literally like select a like ITV National, for example, on the go back to
Go to your birthday or something, or your.
Well, I'm not going to dox my birthday, but let's just
I
say
was about to say, let's go to
1996, January 26th. There we go, and I'll click on search.
A search term must be
right. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, come on, really? Can't just show me for the day. Gosh darn it. All right. I don't know, news. Let's just put in news. Okay. Well, they haven't got anything for that date. Well, that was an anticlimax.
But
we did it though. We're still impressed. We definitely didn't. I don't know.
This looks like a German version of it. So in Europe here, we had it all over Europe by the look of it. And so Anyway, the point is that's the reason. How we got into this conversation is the reason why I have my VHS player is because of that, basically.
Yeah, and no, but it's pretty awesome though, because I don't think we had something like that in the US, or I don't know of that.
Yeah, I've never heard
Well, you definitely did, because ChatGPT just told me you did.
Well, ChatGPT has its own thing, okay?
Don't you badmouth ChatGPT, Dara.
I have other ones I go to. I'm not sure, but I'm sure Tim Berners-Lee based his development on teletext. Oh, okay. I mean, it makes sense because it was the airwave, so it's more radio, I believe, than anything else. But regardless of that, it is the top of the hour. It's actually past the top of the hour. So you all know how it goes, right? At the top of the hour, I said some time for us to promote ourselves because, it's a timekeeper and all that stuff, and I do like my guests. So anyway, I will start with, since Jack started us off with introductions, the lady TinyPandaFace will start us off with promotion. So, and go forth and promote yourself, young lady.
Hi. You can follow me at TinyPandaFace on Rumble, where I do crochet videos. I do just podcasts and sometimes live streaming. You can follow me at TinyPandaFace on Twitter, where I rant and post pictures of my puppy. And yay! And you can also follow me on YouTube at Beer and Cheese Fries, by the by. Where my podcast, The Real Professional Podcast, is on there, and my co-host, Jessica Stern. You can also catch me on Panda Sub 2000 with Phoenix. That's his channel. Watch him. Fuck me. Anyway, so, but I'm also on there.
Watch him fuck you.
Don't
watch like that. But you gotta look him in his eyes while you do it.
And then that's where it ended. No,
and but eventually, by the way, if you go to TinyPandaFace on Rumble, you'll see I have 20,000 channels under there. I'm going to change it all to just one channel. So just follow TinyPandaFace account for now, and then I'll announce when I make the channel. Meow, 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 meow. Anyway.
Nice. And your links are down below. Funny enough, I did find that you had a YouTube one as well. So, but regardless.
Yeah, I do have a TinyPandaFace YouTube. Yes, you're right. Which is only crochet videos. So if you love crochet videos,
watch her. But yes, her links are her Rumble and Twitter X links are down below. But okay, Sir Jack, the floor is yours. Don't
Well,
get too
hello
rowdy.
there. I'm JackTarLad, and you can catch me on my OnlyFans.
What's great is there's no context between for that. So people who were not here earlier have no fucking clue what you're doing.
No, I'm JackTarLad. You can catch me on Twitter at JackTarLad. It's the same name all across all of my socials, YouTube, Rumble. I'm going to be starting doing Twitch for my game streams, I think, as well, because it takes less to become affiliated with them with regards to YouTube and that sort of thing. And YouTube, they're just pains in the ass, quite frankly. So on a Tuesday night, I have my game stream. I'm currently doing a replay of GTA Vice City. On Wednesday night, I'm a regular on Tomby's channel, or The Real Tomby, for his midweek chinwag. That's at 8 o'clock on a Wednesday. And then on Thursday, I have a show called Must Dashcam, where I live react to dashcam footage, basically. Jordan Tarlad, yeah. So clean your room, bucko, and look out for my OnlyFans.
It's like annoyingly good.
Yeah. But no, yeah, and of course you have a because you're
maybe
on...
that's what it should be. Maybe it should be me doing Jordan Peterson's voice, reciting lines from his 12 Rules for Life while I clean my room in nothing but like like a thong or something like that.
No,
it's like nude audio reading.
Oh man,
nude audio
while I clean my room.
While you clean your room, so you're productive at the same time. I love it. I'm in. I'm here for it. We still need a name. We still need a name, Jack.
Maybe it should just be called Clean Your Room.
Just clean your room.
No. You should use the title I made that one time you came on.
What?
Remember that title, the last title when it was just you and me, and I made that.
What it was?
Jacking off to progress.
Jacking off to progress.
That was too funny. Oh, that was too funny. That works. That works. People will be like, "What the hell is he? What?"
Productive jacking.
Productive jacking. There you go. See, now you gotta write that down.
Maybe just jacking off.
Maybe just jack. Yeah, clear to the point.
You're progressing. You're progressing too. So I mean, it kind of works. But anyway, I just thought that was funny when I made
Give me money. That's also clear to the point.
Yeah, no.
Give me more money, you bastards.
Yeah. Selling out. Lord help me.
I'm going to hell.
See you there.
Oh goodness. All right, and of course their links are down below in the description on YouTube, on Rumble, of course, because I do for every the guest I have on, I do try to put their stuff down there that I do find if they want to do jacking my Peter. Goodness sake. But anyway, for my thing, since I leave myself for last, because I want to keep my guests go first. Whether you're on Rumble,
he's a very considerate lover.
Yeah.
He likes us to get there first, and then
finish first. What a
only when you're not
sweetheart.
looking. Anyway, I am on Rumble. I'm on YouTube. If you wouldn't mind either leaving a like, sharing the stuff, follow or comment, any or all of it, it doesn't matter. Whatever helps with the engagement is much appreciated, because again, helping with the engagement helps being seen more, and helping seen more brings on more and different people, because you know what? I met these people through circumstances and they were awesome, or they still are awesome. Whether it be one-on-one or on the Dara's Hangout Den, I appreciate them coming on. So yeah, and again, I'll be doing my new show or trying something new for the Rumble end next month. It won't be multi-streaming it, only the Rumble, but it will be both Rumble and YouTube, so hopefully look out for that. But yeah, any help, and of course my link is down below if you want to see where else I'm at, or if you'd like to come on, you can leave a comment in either YouTube or Rumble, or go to that link and find my other places, because I'm on Twitter, X, Discord, email, all this stuff. And yeah, because there's always more to talk about, and there's always more people to reach out to. So much appreciated again, engagement, and the link down below. Thank you all so much. And I'm going to. Why are you muted? Why are you muted like that? You muted yourself.
Yeah,
There
I
you go.
purposefully. Why am I big now?
Because I made it that way. How does that sound?
I muted myself because I didn't want to interrupt your your splurge with my
speech. Oh, well, you're fine. I caught that reference, Jack. Oh.
Yeah, it's basically from a show called The Young Ones. When I was a kid, there was a comedy show called The Young Ones, back in the 80s, and it's a line from the show. There's four students, they're flatmates, and they're broke basically. In this one episode, they're really flat broke, and they're trying to write a letter to their bank manager, and it's. They're basically going through this draft of this letter that they're sending to the bank manager, and he's saying, like, "Dear fascist bully boy, give me more money, you bastards."
Goodness.
And he's like, "Boom shanker," because one of them's a hippie. He's like, "Boom shanker." He's like, "Boom shanker, what does that mean?" It means, "May the seed of your loin be fruitful in the belly of your woman." And he's like, "Okay." He's like, "Dear fascist bully boy, give me some more money, you bastard. May the seed of your loin be fruitful in the belly of your woman. Love, Neil."
Oh,
Love
goodness.
Neil.
Crazy.
Make that whole thing the title of your OnlyFans.
That's gonna be a long title. Like, maybe your money is more as well. I can't read this anymore. I just can't. Oh, there's that. But
please take me off the big screen.
Oh, don't you like your face being seen like that? Come on.
I can do it myself. I can do it myself.
See, he ran away. It's okay.
I'm still here, motherfucker.
What? What was that? Is that you, Lord? It's me, Margaret.
Oh my god. All right, you guys have this war. I'm gonna take my puppy outside.
Oh, okay.
We should just fuck already and get it over with, right?
Oh, goodness sake. just leave the leave the poor woman out of it. All right.
I was talking about you, buddy.
Oh, she's Louise. I'm staying out of this one. That's for certain. Man. Oh, goodness.
Boom shanker.
Yeah. But goodness sake, there was something. Oh goodness, I can't remember. I was gonna say something, but then I completely forgot because still trying to.
Must have been a lie.
Must have been a lie.
That's what happens when that happens.
Must have been trying to come up with another OF name for you. Jeez, but no, it's gonna be one of those nights. Seriously.
One of those nose scratching nights. You itching for a bit of powder? Is it a bit of the Colombian marching powder? That was going on you.
Obviously not.
You're starting to cluck.
No, it's just it's just a lot of things trying to go over all that stuff because oh man, it's been an interesting time trying to the Rumble side of things because a lot of people are dissatisfied and trying to it's just a lot of there's a the community stuff, right? Whatever. And so I'm a part of two that is one is just for Rumble and then one is for Rumble bug and features and whatnot. And so a lot of people are kind of frustrated with now. Of course, the headquarter in Florida was hit, so they're kind of recuperating after that. But it's just been a lot over time that people are kind of frustrated. That's why I'm doing the Rumble Squared thing. But it's I can only do so much for that end, and I'm so small. It feels like anyone else can be a lot taller than I am, but I don't know. It's just one of those things on my mind as I'm trying to come up with how I'm going to do that when it comes to November. Yeah. Sorry, no. I know.
I don't know whether this is the time to be thinking about that right now. You're right in the middle of a show, bro.
I know. I'm in a confuddled mess, especially after I got
it's like you're Kamala Harris and like the teleprompter's just gone and you're trying to think of things to say.
It happens sometimes. You're at the moment.
36 days.
36 days.
36. It's a number. 3 and 6. They're numbers, right? Am I right?
AI stands for artificial intelligence or whatever she did with that one. But no, it's the thing of I haven't been paying attention to that stuff, to be honest, because I really don't give a rat's behind about politics and any escape of the level. But yeah, no, it is times where you kind of get confuddled and you're trying to think of stuff. But at the end of the day, that's why I just let this free flowing thing go wherever, because I have awesome people on, and why would I want to?
You're right. I am awesome.
Yeah, I know everything. Yeah, of course. You've been on like 9-10 times now. Goodness sake! Don't you just love when Venn diagrams and yellow scribble? What does that have to do with anything? What? Now you're getting me confused. Peter Piper pickled. Never mind. I'm not going to try that. No, it's
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Is that what you were trying to think of?
I was trying to do that.
Pickled peppers.
I can do the woodchuck one better. It's just the peas trip you up, man.
I'm not a pheasant plucker. I'm a pheasant plucker son, and I will always be fucking pleasant until the pleasant fucker's done.
I don't know if that's exactly how it went, but tongue twisters are nice. No, but no, I'm enjoying it. It's just I got screwed up with earlier, so it is what it is. Unfortunately.
It is what it is.
Mm-hmm. It is what it is, unfortunately. And then I have a show tomorrow, obviously, so I kind of screwed myself. I wasn't planning on the weekends being like that. It just happened with the scheduling. It's out of the blue stuff. It's out of the blue stuff. I'm not paying very much attention very well.
What are we talking about?
PandaFace is back.
Oh, sorry. There you go. No, we're
what blue pill? What do we have?
Global Pursuits, Jeopardy, and what does two cups? No, was it 2 girls in a cup have to do with it?
Two cups to 1 girl is a very different show. I think.
I was like, I couldn't remember. Was it 2 girls in 1 cup, or was it 2 cups and 1 girl? I was like, that's. What would 2 girls with? What would 2 cups?
Just a girl sitting on like in the kitchen with just holding 2 cups.
That's someone should just do that. Just do that for like 30 minutes. Just like sit there with 2 cups. If Mr. Beast could count up to like 1 million and just do that for starting out, you just sit there with 2 cups like this, and people are like, what's going on?
I've got to be honest with you though. If a girl literally sat there holding 2 cups, she would get more views than I would putting out some quality content.
She has to wear something low cut too.
Right. What's she wearing?
Yeah.
I don't think it matters. Women just naturally tend to get more views than dudes.
I don't know. Let's do it this way then. Let's see if this works. Let's see if put her on a big stream.
No, don't do that.
See, it's gone up to 13 views total now. We only had like 7 before.
8 girls, 8 cups.
Having a perfectly normal day.
Isn't that the view?
What? Oh, is it 8 though? I don't think it's 8 on the View.
Fucking feels like it. The amount of talking that goes on.
Goodness, it feels like a bunch of hens in a hen house, and they haven't put the.
That's precisely what it feels like.
It's nothing but a bunch of.
I know, right? I hate it.
Awful.
I absolutely hate
like
it.
A Zoom call where someone's sharing their screen, and then they like.
Swear to the Lord above.
I hate this. But they have like you on their screen, and they forget to like unshare their screen, and you're just looking at yourself. I'm like, this is awful.
Hey, you're not bad. Come on.
You're not bad. What a compliment.
I'm not saying you're ugly. Goodness sake.
I'm constant. Whenever I'm on office Zoom calls, they always ask me to put on my camera, and I'm like, no, because then you'll be able to see me masturbating.
Sort of like that CNN
it's for
one.
your benefit, guys.
It's sort of, what was that guy, the CNN guy that was found out to be like his camera was trying, and they found him to be, indecent exposure.
Yeah, that's right.
8 chairs, but that's just because Whoopi needs a chair.
Come on, child. I need another chair under this butt.
Goodness sake.
Is that your Whoopi Goldberg?
Yeah, child.
Yeah. not quite the same caliber as your Jordan Peterson, I gotta tell you.
That was a little low on the low end there. See, I mean, again, I only do Kermit the Frog. I only do Jordan Peterson. I don't do that. Digging himself a hole.
Okay.
I'm not digging myself a hole. What?
You don't need multiple talents, just as long as you're really good at one, and you're good. You're fine.
Well, I mean, for most men, that really never mind. Anyway.
Where you going with that, buddy?
I stopped myself, though. Still funny as heck, though.
Clean your room.
I'll clean my room. Goodness sake. I know my Kermit's not the greatest, but I try with that one. No, what was I? No, yeah, you remember what you were on with me, Jack, for when I was talking about the Helene stuff, right? The Hurricane Helene and all that. I was talking about that dam thing that I found. Or you were in the chat, I think, but you weren't on yet. No, there was so what was I talking about? There's a long time ago. It was in 2016, but I just remembered during because Hurricane Milton was coming through at the time, and of course Helena had done his business. But I was trying to look up a gentleman who had done this thing where he made sort of like a water dam, basically. And there's a company out there, it's called Aqua Dam. I'll just bring it up. Never mind. I've got to find it first. There we go. And there was a company, and the gentleman went to this company. Oops, I got to put up presentation. Sorry. The gentleman in Texas went to this company to get something to put around his house because it was a flooding or something like that. And he used this as a barrier for it. And if I can find that article, because I thought you were on during the time, but let's see. Texas. There we go. Found it. Daily Mail UK. There we go. But anyway, there was a guy in Texas who used that Aqua Dam stuff to protect his house for flooding, right? You could see that. And you can see that his inside area is right, but he's using water and, how do you say it? What was the word at? Poly something.
Polywanna cracker?
No, right here.
Polyamory?
No,
polycule.
I love that they asked him for a photo for this article, and that's the photo that he gave them.
Well, that one, yeah.
Here's me with a deer. Yeah. Do you have anything that like be more suitable? No. Here's one with me with a deer. That's the one you get.
Yeah. But jeez. No, but
so good.
He used this thing that went around, and I was like, well, I don't know why, because this is in 2016, like I said, right here, July 2016. And I think the Daily Mail is the UK thing. But yeah, he was
never heard of it.
But he was using this for a boundary on his house, and it kept it dry. It was just, I don't know why no one else, for the hurricanes and stuff has ever heard of it, because it did its job well. I mean, come on. But no, I was talking about that during when before Jack came on, and it's just one of those things where you find this information, you remember this information that you thought would be widely known, and of course, like him, he went online to find this thing, but then you two put it out there. I was like, I've never heard of this thing before. I'm like, really? It feels like that would be common knowledge, especially for someone who's been in a hurricane, with the flooding and stuff. But
I think with relation to Hurricane Helene and North Carolina and that sort of thing, I don't think the people up in the mountains that were flooded were expecting to get as flooded as they did. Like, they're up in the mountains, do you know what I mean? People up in the mountains don't usually get flooded the way that they did, because, water runs downhill, right? Yeah. You're up high, you don't expect to be completely overrun by fucking water, because it usually goes downhill. All the people below you tend to get flooded.
Them is the rules.
I didn't make them.
Right.
Right, too. But all the damage and stuff it did too. That was incredible. It took out some road areas, whatever bridges were taken out. It's ridiculous. But no, they weren't expecting it. But you'd think people in Florida would do something of it because their hurricane season almost was it from October till December, I think it is. That's when hurricane season is for Florida, or at least for around the Gulf of Mexico because it gets crazy there. But yeah, it's just I don't know. It was just information I thought would be widely available for people to have, but I guess not. Oh well. But I digress. I don't know. But anyway, I just feel
I don't know either, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
And
Yep. I know. Not the.
And now here's Panda with the sport.
yeah,
Sports.
that was our weather portion.
Yep. But I'm like that. It's getting cooler outside though, because I was tired of all the humidity and stuff.
Have you lost your thread so much that we've really devolved to talking about the weather now?
We are. We're doing
know what?
small talk, guys. This is the small talk episode.
We can talk about whatever. I mean,
I think we should talk more about OnlyFans girls. Should we talk about titties?
Well, it's neither
okay.
that, it's either the Twitch. You go to the Twitch and you probably get the same thing. At least it's lesser, but
Gamer
still.
girls.
Gamer girls.
I get a Twitch whenever I think about. Never mind, doesn't matter.
Are you sure it's not the involuntarily Twitch?
It's definitely involuntary.
Jeez, no, but that's just made Twitch look the worst. It's just not being able to put a handle on their the e-thought stuff, because there was something that happened a while back where their VTuber section was getting hit with all these weird rules. I mean,
it's happening right now.
Yeah, obviously.
So, like the amount of girls that are on Twitch at the moment, and they're like, pretty much half naked, and they're not even getting hit anywhere near as bad as these like cartoons. Like these women who are like sitting behind cartoon, avatars. Yeah, right. They're getting hit with all these rules at the moment, and there are people out there that are actually half naked, and they're not applying the same rules to them.
Isn't that odd? There's a crocheter I follow on Instagram, and she crochets dildos and titties and asses for funsies, and it's made of yarn, guys. They're not real, and they hit her all the time to the point where her account is this close to being gone, suspended, expelled forever. And there's actual women on Instagram with their real vajayjays swinging in the wind. And
your vajayjay is swinging in the wind.
It's swinging. Oh my god! Do you not know those trending videos online where they wear like sheer clothing and then they turn off the lights and then you see
so you can see the silhouette.
Lips. Yeah, actually swinging. They have swinging little lips. And I'm like, oh no! I didn't even know I could do that.
I bet you there's a Twitch thought already doing it right now.
That's awful.
This sounds absolutely disgusting, Panda. What are the web addresses for some of these women?
I'm appalled. Let me go check it out.
Yes. It's HTTPS. Okay, hold it down. HTTP. Okay, Twitch. Okay. Goodness sake.
How odd that it's not consistent. What they flag.
I think. Go on. What was you going to say, Dara?
No, it's the platforms in themselves. Even YouTube has an issue where they don't apply their rules on an even basis, because you already get that point anyway with some of these people having to go to Twitter X to get their account monetized again or something like that. And it's just like Twitch is no better. Twitch is no better in that regard of applying their rules. I mean, I wouldn't say fairly, because nothing's fair in life, but they don't know how to apply their rules. And once they get caught, they have to backtrack, right? They did that whole, what was it? Last year, they did some sort of rule where anyone could be naked for 24 hours. People were showing
What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. Don't you remember that, Jack? Where they were showing like their accounts and stuff? and all that. I can't
So
remember what
I
it was.
remember a few months ago there was this meta going on where people were literally wearing a black like sensor bar over their bits, but they were completely naked apart from actually wearing a physical sensor bar over their bits. I remember that being a meta about 3 or 4 months ago.
But you could be actually, but like, was that the only thing allowed, or were you allowed to be completely nude?
Yeah, I think some of the VTuber avatars got nude. Some of the avatars that were VTubers got nude. I don't know if someone went full nude, but there were some guys who were janking it. They didn't show it, but they were janking it. Oh yeah, there were.
There was that girl like last year who was having sex live on her Twitch or something like that, and she got banned for 1 week or something like that.
Oh, she came.
That's it, 1 week. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then I mean,
if you're making money, that's worth the money.
Well, the thing of it is you could see her face, but the activity went off camera. But the gyrating.
Kind of. Her face was on camera.
Right.
It was like the other one. There was this gay couple that were doing this one called Dick or Dildo, and basically the chat had to figure out whether or not the
photos,
guy,
right? Was it just photos?
No, so it was a guy, right? He had his face on the camera, yeah. And the chat had to work out whether or not by the reaction on his face, whether his boyfriend was shoving a dildo or a dick inside of him.
I think that was YouTube though, wasn't it? I think it was on YouTube.
Was that on YouTube, was it?
What was it? What did you call it again? Guess the dildo or something like that?
I don't know.
What happened to Monopoly? People don't play Monopoly or Uno anymore.
Have you seen like if like the wars could be started over playing Monopoly? Have you played Monopoly at Christmas time with all the family? It's split up more families than anything.
I had a friend in high school who got so angry with me because A, I don't really know how to play Monopoly, and B, I don't really care. And because I didn't really care, he got so angry with me. He's like, "You're losing all your money. Why are you not angry?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's not real money."
Yeah, it's a real dick versus dildo challenge. That was the name.
Why are you looking it up?
I was just trying to find out. Yeah, it was like the video published. One of the videos they showed was published in 2016.
It's in your search history now, Dara.
I can always erase. But it says it got like 27, 22, and it got a million views. That's insane. They got 1 million views.
Let me check this thing out
if you really want the worst
science.
Of it, if you really want the worst of it, you can go to YouTube right now and check up naked yoga. You're welcome.
Yeah, I mean that is true as well. It's like as long as it's for educational purposes, chicks can get naked on YouTube. So they literally have naked yoga. So women on YouTube completely monetized with their boobs out, with their labias on full show, doing yoga because it's for educational purposes. Not even silhouettes. Not even full on porn on YouTube.
There's another one too, and it's the. I'll let you guess what the other one is, Jack. What do you think the other one is that they've been doing? There's the naked yoga, and there was another one that's under.
Oh, is it breastfeeding?
Oh, breastfeeding! I've seen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the thing that worries me about that is that there's a child involved. Now, there's nothing unnatural about breastfeeding, right? It's perfectly natural. However, the pretext under which it is being used is the fact that it's being
sexualized.
You can say that it's educational as much as you like, but it is primarily being touted as a sexual thing, and it's got a child involved, and I've got problems with that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. This isn't just labias blowing in the wind.
That carries a nasty smell with it. Yeah. No, but it's a thing like that where again YouTube
ripples.
Oh goodness. That's what we've devolved to. That's what we devolved to. But no, it's the thing where, again, the rules of YouTube don't get, same with Twitch, the rules don't get applied evenly. You have these people who are high up, now they get in the system, whatever, and they don't get the rules because they're either making YouTube money or whatever it is. But it's just, again, it's just this thing of where people expect that to be the case, and then they do something nice, and the people are like, oh, great, that's great, and then they go back and do their thing, and it's like, you aren't paying attention, are you? Whatever. It is what it is. But that's why I'm multi-platform, so I don't have to deal with that bullcrap. Because one goes down, there's always another one. And I've been seeing a few more people doing that as well, going multi-platforming, because
oh, I thought you were saying like they were doing the educational naked stuff.
No.
Not going multi-platform.
No.
There's the name of your OnlyFans right there. Educational naked stuff.
Is it actual shaking or is it actual drinking? You decide.
Dick or dildo?
Masturbation or Parkinson's?
Masturbational.
I don't know. I don't want them to, I don't even know how you'd be able to tell that one. It's certainly going to be a hard one to tell, but someone's hard anyway. Not like that. But that's too funny. But yeah, I just find it funny. The hub is very educational. Well, we already talked about that. Yeah, but when it's being banned in most states, you're not going to be able to access it unless you do a VPN. So, yeah. But certainly living up to their point of not having.
You should be using a VPN anyway.
Oh yeah.
Depends on which one you use, because I think if you use so if you use a VPN that's being it's able to buy, give people what do they call it? It's not support, but what people
finger clicking.
It's nothing. No, it's when they pay people to promote them, right? To promote that. I can't remember what they call that.
Ad reads.
Ad reads or something like that.
Sponsorship.
Yeah. Not like that. But when you do an ad read for like what was it, NordVPN or whatever the private one was, you kind of have a feeling of if they are ones you should be going for versus one you don't really hear much about, like Proton, which is one I use. But I don't use VPNs very often, unfortunately. But
the thing that gets me about these ad reads, right, or the VPN ad reads, right, so one of the biggest selling points is if you're at a cafe or an airport hotspot, yada yada, you should really be using a VPN, yada yada, because Boris, the Russian hacker, he can get into your machine, and it's
fucking Boris, yeah,
right. No, but the thing is, right, that's not how networks work, right? If you are on a network, so let's say your home router, for example, your home router. If I was able to sign into that with the Wi-Fi password, it wouldn't matter if you were on a VPN because I have direct access to the network. Right. And that's just the same as being a cafe hotspot or an airport hotspot. Everybody's got shared access to that network, right? So if we're all sharing that network, if I'm a hacker, it doesn't matter if you've got a VPN on. The VPN only works over the wide area network, okay? It only works over the internet, okay? So if Boris, the Russian hacker, is sitting in the same cafe as you are, and you've got a VPN on, he's still able to get into your machine because you're on the same fucking network as his. But the major selling point is it protects you against hackers especially if you're at a public, hotspot and you're sharing. It doesn't work like that. The VPN will not protect you against people who are sharing the same network as you. If you're talking about like Boris the hacker, who's in a completely different fucking country or even in a different state, providing they're not on that network with you, it's far more difficult for them to get into your computer. In fact, usually what it takes is for you to download something that they have sent you, and then for you to double click on it and then you're running a program that they've sent you that connects back to them. That's how hacking works, basically. It's very difficult under the majority of circumstances to actually gain access to someone's computer without them doing something to enable you to access your computer, basically. So VPNs really are good for their major selling point should be things like Netflix and other services like that, you know, like where you can't get videos in certain countries on Netflix. Like you can watch Doctor Who in the UK, but you can't watch it in Canada, or you know, that sort of thing. You can change your location, and then you can watch. That should be their main selling point, but instead they keep going for, you know, Boris the Russian hacker.
Yeah,
there is some guy named Boris sitting out there going, "Damn you, Jack!
You and your OnlyFans." No, but that's interesting because, you know, they're mostly unsecured anyway. You know, libraries, Starbucks, all that stuff. They're all unsecured. And, you know, people, it was a fly, right? I was swatting a fly. That's what I was doing.
You need to close your legs, mate.
Hey!
Leave it to the Brit.
Dangling in the wind.
Leave it to the Brit. Nope. I'm gonna be nice. I'm not gonna say anything back. I'm one of the better people. All right, try to.
No one is watching Doctor Who at the moment, Steve.
Oh, fuck Doctor Who now, which is
that's not true. It's not no one. It's very little.
I used to love Doctor Who too. What a shame they fucking ruined it.
Yeah. They kind of crapped the bed, or as the Irish say, they kind of shite the bed, didn't they? Yeah, Doctor Who. It's no longer what it used to be. I don't give a rat's behind what you talk about right there.
That was the worst Pakistani accent I've ever heard.
Is anybody in the chat playing a drinking game every time an accent is done by Jack or Dara? Take a shot.
They'll be drunk by the end of the night. Anyway,
anytime anyone does an Irish accent, they always go for that stereotypical Hollywood sort of Irish accent. You know, that heart-a-tat-a-tea, or stroke me over, or kiss me, I'm Irish. You know, they always go for that. There are so many different Irish accents. It's unbelievable. But everyone always goes for the pot of gold at the end of the fucking rainbow.
There's British accents, right? Every time somebody tries to do a British accent, it's either very posh or it's
very London.
Yeah.
Or it'll be Pakistani, like Dara did.
Or if you're Dick Van Dyke, it's Australian. You know.
Blow me, baby poppins.
To be fair, though, besides your lovely Jordan Peterson, whenever a Brit tries to do an American accent, it's always Southern. It's always Southern accent. So
I tend to fall into more of a Southern accent whenever I do an American accent.
Yeah,
however, so for me, whenever I do an American accent, I always end up doing something like this. Yeah, but.
It's very good, by the way.
Thank you. You've also, you know, you've got the Valley Girl, you know, like you know, it's like my name's Caitlin, and I like kitty cats, and I like the color pink.
Kit Kats and kitty cats.
You need an upwards inflection after your words. So
no, because I'm trans, aren't I? You see, I'm a dude, so I can't. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah,
I like cats and I love dogs, and Starbucks is live. Yeah, live.
You know something that I heard the other day, that language is evolving in a way that Valley girls will now start ending their sentences with So because there's an upward inflection at the end of all of their sentences, no one knows where the cue is that they've ended their sentence. So the cue now is to end your sentence with the
I saw, who was it? And I can't think of somebody fucking Boris the Hacker. Please show me.
Here, come on. Seriously? Good Lord.
Oh, round of applause.
He's already got like 3 others. Now he has 4. Goodness
Round
sake.
of applause. Oh, commitment to the joke, guys. But no, I saw somebody. I forgot who it was. It was like an influencer or somebody, and somebody else was interviewing them and was like, "Do you know that you say after every sentence?" And she's like, "What are you talking about?" Like she didn't even realize she was doing it. And it's so fucking funny that you said that. Yeah.
So basically, Valley girls who have that upward inflection, they're evolving their speech because usually there's a social cue. We understand how we talk to one another. We go up and we go down, and like so. Basically, this is the end of the sentence because I've gone downwards. But because Valley girls always go up, there's no telling where the end of the sentence is. So they've started ending their sentences with
How interesting. I love that. I love shit like that. Oh, that's fantastic. Huh.
And it's
I wonder how that would work. How that like in other languages that don't have inflections like language.
Would you like to buy a Whopper?
Everybody take a shot.
I tried.
I'm not sure what that was supposed to be.
He's supposed to be an Indian Valley girl. Well, more like an Indian Valley.
Hello, my name is Caitlin, and I like pink, and I like to do things
have to do the head nod when you do
do the head bobble when you're talking.
I dated an Indian boy when I was younger, and when he spoke English, he was fine. You know, meow 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 meow. And when he would speak his language,
Is it a cat?
Yes, he was a cat. He was an Indian cat. He was an Indian cat Valley girl, and every time he spoke to his family in his language, the head nod would happen, but only when he spoke his own language, English.
So it's a learned behavior as well because they don't even know they're doing it, right? They do it naturally, right? They do this completely naturally. It's a completely learned behavior. But when you point it out to them and you ask them to try to do it, they can't do it.
They can't do it.
It's like their mind blanks. It's like you put them on the spot and now they don't even know how to fucking move their head.
I know. They're like, what are you talking like this?
Yeah, they do it like that. Yeah, and it's like, no, that's not what you're doing. Talk Indian with your mate and then like pay attention to what it is that you're doing. And then they're like, oh yeah. So we always do this. And there's another one as well. So in Indian, they sometimes end their sentences with rather than the it's the So they're talking like this, You understanding,
Why do you know all this?
Well, I'm from Birmingham, so I'm surrounded by Indians and Pakistanis and Jamaicans and.
It's nice when you see Pakistans like that. That's because it just reminds me of the what was it? I think it was Get Back where Paul sings that Pakistanis or something like that. I can't remember which song it was. I thought it was Get Back when he was trying to work it out, but I can't remember if that was the one or not. Some Pakistanis I think was the line in the song, but that's usually before the song gets full. I know. I'm just something that popped in my head. I apologize.
I do that too, though. Like, or something like pops in my brain, and it'll just come out of my face, and there's nothing prepared. There's nothing. I know.
Like Venom, just.
Yeah, there's no control. It's just like it was here, and it just. And people are like, and the point is, I'm like, I don't think I had one.
That was just an interesting thing because that's what I remember. So run off memories at times. But what?
Stop!
You idiot! Goodness sake!
Oh my god! Who keeps changing the? That's fantastic. How do you change your name?
I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a real hint. Who's the real culprit behind it? I'll give you a real long, good hint of the person who's behind it. Just look. You'll see the name.
Is it Celine Dion?
Probably is. God, thanks. He almost got me with that one too. I thought I was like, I don't know. But then I was like, I knew it was you.
Can
You
you
was good.
change your
Near,
display
far,
name
wherever you
on
are,
YouTube?
Celine Dion will be in your chat sometimes.
Hey, Adam, how are you, good sir? Nice to see you again.
Sorry, what did you say, Panda?
I'm
I
sorry.
talked over you.
I was wondering if you were able to change your name in YouTube, your display name for in chat,
I
unless
think,
Why are you doing the upward
Homeboy
inflection now?
I think.
chats.
Hey, what now?
No, but like unless Homeboy is like making up new profiles every time he wants to make a joke. That's commitment.
It is very big commitment. But the dude himself doesn't sleep. He's like Hanayama-sama,
I
another
have no
person.
idea what you just said. I'm gonna be honest.
It's another Jack knows, but there's another gentleman from Tombi's Shinwang. His name is Hanayama-sama, and he's
Hanayama-san.
Hanayama. Well,
Hanayama-san.
how many?
Yeah. He's a German guy, but he's half Japanese, or from
Yeah.
Japanese descent.
Yep.
And so, yeah, he's a Japanese-German dude.
Yeah, but he never sleeps too.
He is World War II then. Very nice.
And
He's the embodiment of World War II,
Yeah.
the Axis powers.
I have a friend like that. His last name is Nagasawa, but he's as white as the both of you. And the reason why his last name is Nagasawa is because his great grandfather is Japanese, and then married a white lady, had a son. The son took his last name. Okay, grew up, married a white lady, had another son. Everybody kept having boys and just kept the white name, the last name going, but got whiter and whiter and whiter.
Wow.
So now it's just a bunch of white people with a Japanese last name.
Hey, you know what? When you get weebish, people do that too. But any Axis, bro.
Say weebish.
Yes.
Weebish.
Weebish, yes. The people who like the anime and all the other stuff culture.
I get it.
But yeah, I know. But anyway, it is.
You did the Valley Girl accent too much, and now he thinks you're dumb.
She's not either dumb. Goodness sake, she knows how to catfish. Not like that, but she knows how to catfish. Actually, fish for catfish. But anyway, is the top there?
Isn't that the Haitians?
I've not seen a Haitian
catfish. No, never mind.
You're
folks.
You got it.
Fishing for something long and hard, and it disappears in the water. Anyway, it is the top of the hour again.
It's a submarine.
True. Don't dwell on it. Don't dwell on it. Just get it through. All right.
This is the most ADHD 5 minutes of my life, by the way.
That's what Darachat is. Yep. That's what Darachat is all about. Darachat, whatever it is. But anyways, it's the top of the hour again. That's 2 hours right there. Aren't we all enjoyable? But anyway, so we're gonna.
That's how you keep the chat engaged.
Oh, what it would be like with $1 million and in a plane somewhere else. But anyway, it is the top of the hour again. And of course, we're going to promote ourselves. And since, well, I'm still going to say myself out. We'll just switch out with Jack doing it this time around since Tiny Panda went first last time. So, Jack, show us what you got. Not like that, though, please.
Hello there, I am JackTarLad, and I am going to be on the YouTubes and the Rumbles and the Twitchings and the Twitter X, and you can find me there.
Oh no! Welcome to the Racism channel, everybody.
just going along for the ride.
I haven't even started on the Chinese yet, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm holding myself back because I'm not entirely sure where your background is.
It's right behind her. But anyway. Yeah, I get it, Celine Dion. Yeah, whatever. Hey, Shield, how are you doing?
Oh my god.
But anyway, yes, Jack is on the YouTubes, Rumbles, the Twitter X, all that good stuff. He has a link tree down below, which has all his links. So give him a look. If he's worth a follow, give it to the man. He does a lot of
followed you on Rumble, by the way, Jack.
Oh,
Thank
look
you very
at that.
much.
You're welcome very much.
See, you do have an Asian following. See, you were trying to tell me you didn't before, but look at you now.
Did he actually say that? You're just saying words at this point.
I am having fun with a good group of people, so don't at me. All right. But anyway, go ahead, Painted Face.
Oh, I am TinyPandaFace on Rumble, TinyPandaFace on Twitter or X, what the fuck you want to call it. And my crochet content on YouTube is TinyPandaFace. And you could also follow me at Beer and Cheese Fries on YouTube for my podcast, Real Professional Podcast.
How
Holler
professional.
your bitches.
Oh, break it down. You had to do Valley Girl, but serious. That'd be an interesting one to try.
That's like Legally Blonde, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Legally
Yeah,
Blonde.
we did it. It's been done.
Forget about it. But anyway, and yes, and her links are down there too. Her Twitter X and her Rumble are down there. And if she's worth a follow, give it to her because the girl is high energy, other than when she has a monster. And of course, she also appears on Panda Sub 2000 show. So don't forget to give her a look out as well. And of course, for my end as well, because I'm not gonna say I saved the best for last, but I do like having my guests, have their time.
Finish first. We get it.
I do want my guests to get their stuff out of the way because they're giving me their time and I appreciate it wholly. So thank you guys. And of course, for my end, whether you're on Rumble, whether you're on YouTube, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, following, or leaving a comment, doesn't matter if it's any of it or all of it. Anything helps, right? It's engagement, and the engagement helps being seen more by more people, and it also helps bring on people on because again, I've had a good chain of line is I had on a lady named Jessica. Okay, get over it. I had on a lady named Jessica Reloaded, and then through Jessica Reloaded, I met JackTarLad, and then through JackTarLad, I met Tomby, and then through Tomby, I met Yarn Witch, Hanayama, and then Abe, and then Smoo, and then if Stasis would get back to me, him probably, I don't know. If he would get back to me, he hasn't gotten back to me, but the multiple anyway. And then, and just people after another. And for what it's worth, some people block me. I found out that the hard way. And, but it's fun all around. It's fun all around getting these people on, just having a conversation, whether they're creator or not. It's just fun being able to do this with them to show that we can sit down and have a conversation about whatever instead of being divided by all this silly bull crap. Because at the end of the day, it's really not going to matter. You're going to be dead. It's going to be over. But anyway, if you want to know where else I'm at, I have a link down below. YouTube, Rumble, Twitter X, Discord, email, all that stuff. If you want to come on, either leave a comment on either YouTube or Rumble, or go to those links, find me there, and we can get started. Because at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to my next milestone, which is 200 different guests, and I got to recount how many I have so far, and so many more. I know you're holding it in. Thank you, Jack. But anyway,
I'm looking at the chat.
I can't see it. But anyway, thank you so much. What engagement? Link down below. I appreciate y'all. I know this has been one of the weirdest shows ever, but you know what? I am grateful for the people I get to have on. So there's that.
I think it's been wonderful.
Yeah,
I'm really for real. Yes, Adam, I know you're really for real. You're an awesome dude. Hopefully one day I can get your missus on, but that's up to her. Stacey's crazy. Yes, but he did say he'd come on, but he just hasn't gotten back to me. He's just, yeah. I think someone keeps changing their name just to get. Yes, Abe. Someone really keeps changing their name. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Valley Girl, but serious. That's what I was laughing at.
Valley Girl, but serious.
Goodness. God.
Seriously?
I can't believe you're doing that. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Can't believe you're doing that.
But how is your streaming stuff going there, TinyPandaFace? Because it's been a while since I last.
It has been a while. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out how to use OBS, and I'm slowly learning. And because, are you the master? Is he really good at it?
He's had some work with it. I mean, he knows how. He's really good with fiddling with his fingers. At least that's what I keep hearing.
Well, I mean, because I'm using. I'll show you quickly whilst I'm here. So, like, I'll try not to put on anything that has sound because. So basically, I can, do all this kind of stuff with my sort of You see? Can you see my camera? So, like, because I'm using the. Oh, that's just made it worse, Dara. Yeah. So basically, because I'm running through the virtual cam, I can select all these different. In fact, this was the old one. Oh, hang on, that's gone wrong now. Never mind. But so yeah, I've got like my chat and cam. I can do like my intro cam, and you see, so it's like got wipes and stuff like that, and
fancy.
She's one of those people.
He's one of those people.
Fancy. Fancy's his middle name. Well, then he's English too. So, but yeah, I was just pointing to him because he has experience.
Yeah,
he's experienced with it.
Well, Phoenix has been helping me. So Phoenix taught me the basics, and then he
Phoenix
went on a break.
yes.
Yeah, he went on a break. So during the break, I kind of played around with it, and I like learned different stuff. So I'm combining OBS with Video Ninja. And like playing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm doing stuff like that. And
so what you mean the Video Ninja?
Yeah.
So that you can have guests on.
So I can have guests on, and also it helps with the overhead camera.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I know what you're talking. Oh, good God.
Lord in heaven, stop already. We get it. We can do it.
Yeah, so you don't necessarily need to use the Video Ninja for that, because you can put multiple cameras. So as long as you've got like multiple USB cameras, you can just link them all straight through.
I've been
OBS.
using my phone as a camera for the overhead.
Oh, cool! I used to do that too.
Yeah, so that's how I figured out so far. Just like the easy, cheap way of doing it through OBS. So, because I want to do the crochet videos, but not necessarily tutorials. And then I like also playing games, which Rumble Studio sucks at because it doesn't do audio. So
it doesn't do it well. It doesn't do it well. There's audio, but it doesn't do it well. Yeah.
So I've got a script that I use rather than using Rumble Studio. You know how because like Rumble Studio, EVMux, Stream Yards, they're all designed so that you've got this sort of all-in-one interface and you can broadcast to multiple sources all at the same time. Whereas if you were just going to stream to Rumble, for example, you'd set up a stream in Rumble and then you'd have that one stream, or you'd set up a stream in YouTube and you just have that one stream. Well, I've got a script that allows me to put all of my separate stream information into this dock, and then I just click start streaming, and it automatically starts streaming to all of my different streams, basically, and that's all run through OBS.
Yeah,
so I don't need to use any other studio sources apart from OBS. So I can show you that script if you like, so that you can have a look at it.
Yeah, I don't know what a script is. I'm going to be honest.
That's fine.
But I'm welcome to learn everything.
It's just a doc that you can run in OBS.
Okay.
OBS for Dummies, page 1. Jack says,
I need one of those. Yeah, everyone's so freaking fancy, and I'm just like, I don't know.
I don't even have a soundboard. I just have a $30 microphone, a $20 thing, and then sunglasses are probably less than that. And then actually, the camera thing was a little more, but it's like $70 because I bought it at a deal on Amazon. But and Captain Thor says, I've been so happy so far using OBS to stream, but when updates come in, kind of messes with my setup. Oh, that's true. I've heard that.
That is absolutely true. That happened to me the other day. I was about to go live with my game stream, and because I'd updated, it kept crapping out on me. I had updated the OBS software, and then every time that I opened up OBS, it was crashing it basically.
Oh, no.
And getting me to run in it was asking me to run in normal mode or safe mode. And every time I tried to run it in normal mode, it would just shut down OBS. And then when I ran it in safe mode, it would allow me to open it, but I couldn't use any of my script.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had to figure that shit out.
Yeah, that's when you came on. That's when you came on because you were saying that earlier on Twitter X. But yeah, I only used OBS before Rumble Studios came out, and I was just using that multi plugin, right? Because you can go to multiple places. But then it was like I didn't want to, because I was not going to use StreamYards. I was not going to pay $25 a month to go to 2 different places, because that's what to do, right? They limit you, and that's what all these video streaming well, except for this one, but all those other video streaming platforms do is they limit you to EVMux. I think is like 2 hours. It limits you to like using 2 hours for free. StreamYards is only to a certain amount and to certain links, so you can have like one place to stream to. Yeah. So it's how their business is run. They don't have anything else, but with Rumble Studios, you have it's free.
Yeah, but also there is no need for any of like Rumble Studio, EVMux, or StreamYards, or any of that if you're not having guests on, right? You can just completely run it through OBS. Video Ninja is good in that sense because it's free and it works in a similar way to what all these other sort of guest inclusive softwares do, but it's very difficult to run through OBS. It's very difficult to capture, well, not necessarily to capture the sort of outputs, but there's a lot of fiddling about that you need to do with sound sources. And what's more is you need to sort of set up your scenes in OBS to work with it a little bit more. So the fact that StreamYards and EVMux and Rumble Studio, it has it all in one, and the software is all there ready to go, and you don't need to do anything else apart from send out the link to people and they can join. That's what that's great for. But if you are just doing a stream on your own, you don't need any of those things.
Right.
Well, especially you're doing it for free. But I mean, I still do it for free anyway, regardless of either. I haven't used OBS in a long time, but it is what it is. It's personal choice. It's really just personal choice and what works for you. That's all it should be. What? Oh, there you go. Get somebody who's that was
the love of my life. I love her.
Good to see you here.
Fire. Stacey B.O. Is that your co-host or is it someone else?
That do you know who Mr. Matthews is? Have you watched Panda Sub's new show On Fire with Phoenix?
I heard about it, but I didn't see it.
Okay, she's on that show with him.
Oh wait, no, I think
she's lovely.
Yes, she is. I think I do remember her because she was on. It was like pop culture or something. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, something like yeah. That show, the political pop culture one.
Yeah. She was on as a guest of sorts.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
I'll just sit here. I'll just sit here and be quiet if we don't want to do that.
And then there's that next act, third wheel.
And disappearing act me. And how everyone else too. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming by. I know we're just a ragtag of pirates over here just doing our thing. But
pirates.
Whatever.
Cue pirate impersonations.
I will steal your booty and rape you.
The end.
And that's when I get canceled. No, I'm just joking. But what about you for your end there, Jack? How's
Please make a dating profile and put that in your bio.
I will steal your booty and rape you.
He would not get
any woman that responds to that, I think, is a keeper.
I think any woman that responds to that has got problems with their dad.
There you go.
He knows who he is anyway.
No, that's true. How's it going on my end with my streaming?
Yeah,
it's going all right. You know, I mean, I'm just trying to keep on top of it. I'm trying to stay consistent. I can't output as much as the majority of my peers. That's what I'm finding at the moment because I've got real life stuff going on, and you know, like I have a life to live outside of YouTube, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
so I find it difficult to remain consistent, and sometimes even just doing 2 to 3 streams a week. I still get a little bit burnt out, you know, and I think to myself,
Sure.
do I want to even do a stream tonight? You know, it's very difficult to keep the energy up. It's very difficult to, and you sort of doubt yourself as well. Do you know what I mean? It's not like imposter syndrome, but it's more like, do people even want to watch this? Do people even want to,
Oh,
you
it's
know,
insecurities.
is this,
Yeah, of course.
yeah, is this crap that people want to watch? I mean, luckily, I'm part of, like, we've got Abe and we've got Steve in the chat right now. I know those guys. We all hang out together in other people's chats.
Mhm.
And so what I find is that there is a small community of us that all tend to hang out in each other's chats, and we all join each other for each other's streams, that sort of thing. And that's slowly growing as time goes on. Atom as well. I know him.
Yeah.
And so, like I was saying, yeah, we all sort of hang out in each other's chats, and we all sort of support one another.
That's the best part about Rumble, I think, is just we all just kind of hang out with each other. And it's like, oh, what are you doing tonight? Oh, you're on tonight? Okay, cool. I'll be there. You know what I'm saying? Like that is the coolest part.
But I found that it's been very difficult for me to sort of grow my
a lot of people are
content,
having that
or
issue.
grow subscribers, all that kind of stuff. I've been throwing in some new things, like on my stream and on a few other people's streams, I use this service called Blur. Or blurps, and so you're able to play sound. The chat are able to play sound bites of their own choosing over the top of my stream. So every now and again, I'll like be sitting there gaming, and then all of a sudden a sound bite will play, and I'm like thank them for doing that. And it's also good as well using the blurps, because you can either wait for points to accrue. So the more that the chatters watch your show, they'll accrue points over time, and they can use those to spend on the blurps. But you can also spend your own money on the beats. And whenever the chatters use those beats to play a soundbite rather than waiting for the points to accrue, a little bit of that money goes towards you as well as a creator. So I've enjoyed doing that, and I've also started using stream avatars. So the little cartoons that run along the bottom of the stream like that. Everyone in the chat gets their own little avatar, and they can play games in the chat. You know, they can play like roulette and sort of basketball, have battle royales between the little cartoon avatars, and it keeps the chat engaged and like things for like, because I noticed that one of the analytics on YouTube is how many chat messages you get coming through at any given time.
Yeah.
Before I had the stream avatars, the chat response was relatively low. But because now they can all start playing the games and they have to enter commands into the chat to be able to play the game, I've noticed that I'm getting consistently like, triple figure chat messages in all of my streams now, rather than it just being, double figures.
Playing roulette. Not that kind of roulette. Goodness.
Revolver.
That don't work here, young man. I'm not like Jack. I don't have that kind of setup. No, but I've seen that with Tommy too. Tommy's been doing that as well with little avatars at the bottom. And I kind of get that. I mean, I know Twitch is known for that as well. But then you just have people playing games, and whether your content is relevant, whether they're paying attention to your content or not, becomes irrelevant because they'll just play games while you're on. It's like giving your child a Game Boy while you're at a church service. It's basically what
kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of, but at the same time as well.
Yeah.
At the same time as well, I think it's a good way for you to be able to interact with your chat as well. Maybe there are certain parts of your show, but how do I explain it? If you find it difficult to play a game, let's say you're live streaming a game, and you're concentrating really hard on playing the game, you're not able to interact with your chat. Maybe you're not looking at your chat. Maybe you're concentrating on trying to complete the mission in the game. So you're being a little bit more silent. You're not able to keep up the speech, that kind of stuff. It keeps them occupied while at the same time they're sort of able to watch what you're doing on the stream. but they're also chatting with themselves amongst themselves as a community. And for me, that's one of the more important things as well. It's not just about me and my content. I want to build a community around my content, and that seems to be what's happening. Is that we're like Panda says, you know, we all hang out in the chat, and it's slowly, you know, that community is building up.
Yeah, well, and the people you know as well, you know, knowing Tommy and all he does with his creator spotlight and whatnot, and all the other people you meet through that too, especially with Iron Oxide, right? You're doing the managing Iron Oxide stuff as well. So.
I withdrew myself from that.
Oh, okay.
An iron oxide. What are we talking about? What is that?
Iron Oxide is a pal of mine. He has a Friday night show on his channel, and it's like a panel show, and we talk about you know, current events, things that are going on in pop culture, that sort of thing. But I was producing for him. Basically, I was doing some production for him, but because it was quite late of a nighttime, because he lives in Vegas, and so I would end up like staying up until you know, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning
from where you are.
Yeah, and so I've also got a daughter as well, and so on certain Saturday mornings, I would need to be able to get up for my daughter, and I couldn't be staying up until 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning to be able to do that.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I withdrew myself from that.
I didn't know that. Well, do you think he'll still carry some of the stuff you at least tried to give him?
Well, that was what I said to him at the beginning, because not to sort of, you know, talk about things that he's spoken about with me in private, but when he first started the show, it seemed to be a little bit, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but it seemed to be a little bit of a shit show in the sense of he didn't have a direction. And what I did was I tried to just sort of keep him on track, keep him on subject, give him a format, give him an idea of what the show is going to be. And I always said to him, I want to get you to the point where you don't need me anymore.
Right.
I want to get you to the. It's like what's her name? You know, Nanny McPhee. When you need me but you don't want me, that's when I need to stay. When you want me but you don't need me anymore, that's when I fuck off and look really good.
That's right.
That's true. She comes ugly.
No, she becomes good looking at the end.
Yeah, Emma Thompson. But yeah, no, I didn't know that. But it was just one of those things where, you were saying he was kind of all over the place. And then, to be honest, I'm not in any better position either. But yes, I know you. What would you like to say, sir? The dog was barking. I thought I was going to say something.
You wanted me to make another Yo Mama joke.
Your mom was so fat. No. But no, I just found it, I understand because, I appreciate, because you usually say your weekends are kind of tied up with your child and all that. So I do thank you for today. But he's Mary Poppins. No, she's Mary Poppins. I don't think you said that right. Or are you saying Jack is Mary Poppins?
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins.
You're just not as pretty though. That's the difference. A lot of scruff.
I'm kind of like Mary Poppins. You know how she's like got a bottomless bag? Well, I tend to pull things out of my ass in the same way.
Including that large lamp that she pulled out.
That's nothing. That's nothing.
To see more, subscribe to Jack's OF account. Go to his link tree.
And I had Iron Oxide too. He was a pretty cool dude. Because I've also had some other people that were from Las Vegas on as well. So that was a whole time thing. But I can understand it as well as when you have to pull yourself back and say, I've given you enough. Go, my son.
Well, he has though. That's the thing though. He has taken on a lot of the sort of the formatting that I've left him with, and that kind of stuff. It's all for him to do. Like, I think one of the things that he's openly said this on his own stream, so it's not like I'm talking about something that he's spoken with me about in private. But he said, previously that he was treating his show like it was other people's show. He goes onto other people's shows so much as a panelist that even on his own show, he was treating it like he was a panelist on someone else's show, whereas it's his show and he's got to be the host. And so that was sort of my role as a producer, was to sort of keep him on track and to keep him as a host so that he didn't have to worry about things like bringing up the chats and stuff like that. He didn't have to worry about that. All he had to concentrate on was talking about the subject, talking with the rest of the cast, making sure that the subjects were, what was being talked about. And now he seems to be doing great at it. You know what I mean? He's steaming ahead. He's got his own community going on in his own chat now.
You've given him the keys and the young man's.
I don't want to take all the credit for it, because it's his show, and he's put an awful lot of effort into doing his show. But I just like to think that I gave him a bit more of a direction, in the sense of he's got a few more tips and tricks of the trade now that will help him to keep the format of the show consistent.
Yeah, and definitely since. And how long were you doing that, though? That had to be at least.
Not long, a couple of months.
Yeah.
I didn't need to do it for very long.
Yeah, it seems like forever, though. But yeah, I can understand, because I mean, of course, F&T, another group, has their own, it's like two producers, and jeez. But for me, I do pretty much all of this by myself. It's not really. It's easy in the aspect of what it is, because I really don't need to have, other than for Rumble Squared, which will have a little more formality, but the other stuff, it really doesn't need a manager of sorts, because it's real easy in understanding how do you converse with someone, what do you talk about, how do you find a thing to keep on, and all this stuff. How to just have a great conversation is basically what you have to know. If you don't know, you practice, and how you practice is by talking to people, and how you talk to people is up to you, because if you talk to them like a serial killer, then you're going to find yourself with less and less people to talk to. But if you just have people on, and again, look, because I do Dara's Hangout Den once a month, it is going to be hard to bring on previous people, because everyone has a schedule, trying to set things up, as we saw with earlier. Some people it just doesn't work out. But at the end of the day, you try your best, you give it your all, and see what happens. And at the end of the day, I enjoy it all the same. I don't know if I'll ever have someone be a manager. I mean, you'll be my first call, Jack. There will be money under the table, but talk about that later.
That all depends, really, because of the time zones thing. That's pretty much the only reason why I withdrew from Iron Oxide spots. It was just simply because it was going far too late into the night.
Yeah,
and I couldn't keep it consistent. I've got responsibilities in real life.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I don't know. I don't ever think I'll be that big enough. But even so, I'd still want to keep it on a personal level, because some people, I think Tim Pool, right? He has someone who's what they call bookers. They do bookings and stuff, right? I don't know if you did that as well, but just people who had bookings.
Actually, his wife did more of that than anything.
Oh, okay.
Selena did that.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's all right there with it. And but yeah, when you have someone else who's doing the bookings, there's not that personnel between the person you're having on and the person who's the host. There's sort of that discombobulation, as one would say. And for me, I find that even if I were to get more, which again is a far off future, if at all, I'd rather keep that sort of thing, because at the end of the day, you kind of lose that ability to make a judgment call, I guess, at the beginning, right, where you're trying to talk to them coming on, and if something goes off a bit, you would be able to read it, read the room sort of thing and understand it. Or if you have a booker, they're gonna be like, unless they have good senses, I would think, you really have to have good senses, a judge of character, I guess. I don't know if there's another name for that. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'd like to keep that line there, because it has that sort of I don't want to say authenticity, but it does have that sort of personalness, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word to say it. But I guess. And the Abe's like,
I think we get what you mean there.
I try. Asking a guest if you can eat their lip. No, Abe. No, none of that. He says, I love bookers, not Chinese, but
Hey.
jeez. Oh dear Lord. But yeah, I just enjoy this whole process. And there were people I saw. So there was someone on Twitter X I saw as well. I can't remember what it was about. No, sorry. It was Gamer Girl. And she was just a Rumbler, right? She was just streaming on Rumble, but now she decided to branch out to the platform. She was just streaming to Rumble and YouTube earlier. And she's talking about that difficulty too, like keeping both eye on chats and all this other stuff. I was like, I was just telling her what I use and all that. But my thing was you have to have the computer resources because having open tabs does take RAM, memory, whatever you want to call it. And so, but yeah, I can understand the first, that bit where you have to keep an eye on multiple chats. Like I'm pretty sure Tommy has to keep. Well, no, he has that in there, but I don't know how.
So yeah, one of the things that I use is a thing called Social Stream Ninja, and I don't need to have the stream open, providing I've got the pop-out chat from the stream open.
Right.
It all comes up in OBS, and I'm able to select highlight the chats, and they come up along the bottom of the screen here, that sort of thing. I don't need to use Rumble Studio, and I don't need to use StreamYards or anything like that, because I'm using the plugin that I get for Chrome called Social Stream Ninja.
Yeah.
And so as long as you've got the pop-out chat, don't need to have the video running, you don't need to have the actual stream running. You just open the pop-out chat before you start your stream, and then it doesn't use up any more resources than that extra open window, basically, that extra chat tab.
Yeah, I do it because if something goes wrong, I at least can see it while it happens, but I will have to try to do that where I could just do open chat instead of the things. But again, it's mostly just to reply back because I can't reply back in here in Rumble Studio. So, but yeah, it's just I was it's just a learning curve of doing all this. You kind of go through a hard spurt, and then all of a sudden you find something that works, and then it just makes it a little easier, right? When I was doing I was making clips or shorts. Apologies, I was making shorts earlier, and so can
I just stop you a second? I've got to just dart off for a second because I have been busting for a piss for the last half an hour.
Go for it. Gosh dang, just turn off the camera and do it. Don't leave it on the sound though. I don't want to hear you hit the sink. But anyway, yeah, it's I use Opus Pro, make shorts. Beforehand they have editing tools or whatnot, so I'd just be moving this or this over here. And I just finally found a little way where I could just cut out a certain section of dead or whatever, take it out, and that was it. So
do you do any edited content at all? And if you don't, do you want to? Is that something you would explore?
Shorts are the only edited content, and no, because it's such a time taker. Because you want to get it right. Hey, Big Block, how are you, good Sarah? Thank you for coming from Pandas as well. But yeah, it's I've never been that way. It just doesn't equate. It's just more work, right?
You don't like the editing part. That's not.
I enjoy doing the editing part with the tools I can get from Opus Pro. Because those are online through our deal. But if I have to do DaVinci or whatever and put the file in and do this and do that, just business about, I don't do that, good sir. I don't know what you're talking about. But it's just a lot. It's just a lot more work, and it becomes a lot less fun to do this thing. It just
I don't know. Luke might be onto something because you have really long streams and you never get up.
No, there have been a few times I did. It's just I did, but not that long though. Compared to a gamer stream, I pale in comparison.
Gamers never leave their chair. What do gamers do? Gamers, what do you guys do?
6 to 7 hours. 6 to 7 hours. 8
Yeah,
hours of just doing all that.
Right. I didn't notice that. You're right, gamers. Why? Where are you pissing? Are you pissing under your table?
They probably
Oh,
have a
no.
midget. They probably have a midget or something. They're just holding the cup.
A
just in case.
midget? Why? Why do they need a midget? Why? What is the purpose of a why?
Because it fit. But anyway,
It's like bottle or midget. Clearly in a midget.
no, they're the one holding the bottle. They're the one holding it. Oh, you mean this long to me that I'm under chatting under the wrong name? No. It's Rumble Studios. Rumble Studios doesn't know the right name, but it took me out. So, Celtic Blacksmith. So you're not? No, I thought you're half pine. Now I'm out of it. Never mind.
Sometimes in the chat it will show like people's different names. It's really odd.
Yeah, it's
so
weird.
What is Celtic Blacksmith supposed to be?
I think it's half pine. Half pine. Crap, I can't remember the rest of it. Half pine was who was in the chat earlier. That's who it is. No, I don't have a colostomy bag, and no, I have, but it's not something I look. I do go before I go on here. Okay, you said I drink with a lot of water. You are great with all names. I try. I really do, Big Black. I really do. I apologize, half pine, but yeah, I just whatever. I don't. Again, I wouldn't do the editing thing. I know there's a lot of people that hire editors that do their stuff, right? They hire editors. No, I don't have that kind of money. And if I'm not going to do it, then I'm not gonna spend that kind of money.
I agree. I'm with that with you. I knew a lot of people who do like skits and stuff like that, and they have people like edit it. And when I say people, like I'm talking about like people that like met in a bar, like nobody like good. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I know this guy who once did it for. It's like, girl, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Girl, don't be hating. Yeah, but to your question about earlier, no, I wouldn't do editing other than the shorts, because otherwise I just get. Otherwise I just lose interest, and the moment I start losing interest in this thing will be a sad day, because then I'll just be like, oh, whatever. So I don't want to lose interest, and I don't want to burn myself out either. And he's saying, what is he saying? Automatic said to the account name, and okay, I understand. Hey, there you go, Big Blocks in the chat saying hello to you, Jack. Phoenix does all of my editing and filming for my. Oh dear Lord, Luke, come on!
Wish.
And he's a family man. Can you? Goodness sake!
Gotta support that family somehow.
That's right. When you got to get those apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur, you got to get it working like that.
No judgment. No judgment.
No judgment. That's right. No judgment. We don't hate here. There's no. I find this funny, right? So in my neighborhood, there's someone who posts a sign that says hate does not, or something like hate doesn't exist in the house, whatever. I'm like, so if someone brings up a topic you dislike, you won't hate it at all.
Who are we talking about?
There in my neighborhood, there's a house on a corner block, and they have they have a sign on their window, and it says hate does not exist here.
Oh.
And I'm just like, so you never get mad, you never get angry, you never have anything you dislike or hate.
Those houses are usually accompanied with like a rainbow flag, to be fair.
I was going to say, if you stick a fucking Trump sign in their garden, I reckon they'll start hating you pretty quickly.
They'll never see it coming. But no, they have the Harris Walls one, so there you go for that one.
We know, Dara. You didn't have to tell us.
Some people in the chat may needed that, okay?
No, we all know.
You mean if Phoenix wishes if he could only be so lucky? Look, the man had to take a break, okay? He had to.
Anyone who puts hate is not welcome here in their window or has to say that is probably pretty fucking hateful.
Right. It's like the people who self-proclaim themselves as being really smart. I'm really smart. It's like,
hey, you're probably the dumbest cunt I'm gonna speak to today.
Hey, I try, okay? All right? Just because I'm not a smart man doesn't mean I don't know what love is. But anyway.
I may not be a smart man, but I know what love is.
That's right. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Forrest Gump, as you just said.
And if you didn't know that, God bless you.
You had the panda face. You had that look in your face like.
No, I was just wondering where the fuck that came from. That like why it just like that random quote and you just
because of him, what he said.
Yeah, it's Forrest Gump. Yeah.
No, I get it. I get it. I'm here. I'm present. Forget it.
And the bee says what? No. But
see
yeah.
shit like that. That's what makes me make the face.
I'm
like,
so
what?
lacking capable of intelligent humility. Stupid fly. And,
when I was single and I was like on the dating apps and shit, my favorite most hateful ones is when in the profiles they say how funny they are. Those are always the greatest ones. I'm really funny. You need a sense of humor. Fluent in sarcasm. Am I right? Yeah, those are the best.
Goodness sake. Look,
I think I'd rather shit in my hands and clap than be with a person like that.
You don't want somebody fluent in sarcasm?
I think if you have to state that you're fluent in sarcasm, then
kill yourself.
You know, you're probably the type of person that confuses sarcasm and irony.
Yeah. That was still so funny.
What, shitting in your hands and clapping?
Hey, Phoenix Electra. That was too funny. The only person I can see doing that is a special needs person. Oh my god. You are far from special needs, that's for sure.
That's a
I
compliment.
don't know. I got here on the short bus.
Sometimes when you hear something that funny, it just takes you away. That was hilarious, though. Thank you, Jack.
No worries. I'm so funny, though, Dara. I really am. I'm so funny.
And goodbye. No. No, but anyway.
I am the most modest person in the world.
Or a toddler.
Yeah, there's no one more modest than me. You'll never find anyone more kind and sharing and loving and modest.
Favorite Trump moment, by the way, when he was like, "You'll never meet anyone more modest than me."
Yeah, or a toddler they do shot like that. Yeah, I would believe that. A toddler with crap in your hands, I could believe that. But Jack's a little old for being a toddler. I don't have sarcastic bone in my body. You, sir, are a king of irony. I'll let you have that. Or my drunk friend? What? Oh, that's true. You can be drunk. Actually having poop on your
So humble, so demure.
You'll
never find anybody more humble than me.
See, that was a pretty good American accent. Although it was a Trump accent, it still was pretty good.
No, all his accents were pretty good.
Silly woman.
I don't know what that was, but
that was my Pakistani accent. Was it good?
Jojo wasn't. That's what this show is about. We do accents. We make fun of each other, and
that's what the show is about.
We bring up
anyway.
we bring up racial insecurities. That's what we all do here. King of Irony, you say, yes, I know that's you, Luke. I know it's you. King of Irony, you say, nah. Well, your original
sometimes he comes up as Duck Duck Silly Goose.
Yeah, that's what's in here. Yeah. I love the shut up silly woman. Yeah, that's funny. I think people like the snake poem as well, because they like when that comes on. Because that's where that shut up silly woman comes from, is that snake poem. Have you never heard of that?
About.
Some people trumpeted this snake poem. I'll have to look up. I don't know the name of it. Trump. Snake. If I could.
Is this one of your fever dreams, Dara?
Nope. Trump snake poem. The snake is what it calls. It's what the poem is called. It's The snake. Yeah, whatever. I'm trying to find the. Yeah, it's just called the snake poem. That's basically what it is, and he said it a few times at different rallies. But that's where that line, "Shut up, silly woman." That's where that line comes from. Is from that poem, because it's about a woman taking in a snake because cold and whatever, and she takes it back home, nurses it, whatever, and then at the end of it, the snake betrays her, bites her, and kills her, and she asks, "Why did you do that? You knew what would happen when you took me in, silly woman," and all that stuff.
Sounds like that lady who her sister got killed by an illegal immigrant, and then she said, "I forgive him and I'll take him in," and so the courts allowed that to happen, and he ended up murdering her too.
Yeah.
It's
a lot like another story called The Scorpion.
The Scorpion and the Frog.
Yeah, the Scorpion and the Frog. I thought it was a fox.
No, it was a
fox. The Scorpion gets on the back of the fox's back, and he takes the Scorpion across the river. Like the fox swims across the river, and the Scorpion stings them halfway across. Because why did you sting me? Like, shut up, silly woman.
Yeah, for us, I've only known it as the Scorpion and the Frog, because the frog is taking it. The frog is taking him across, like you saying, and he takes him across a river or something of kind. And at the end, he just stings him because you knew what would happen when you helped me. It's not like the mouse and the tiger, though, where the tiger has a thorn in its paw and the mouse pulls it out. It's a little quite the opposite of that story. I have a.
Where's DJC? We need DJC for this conversation.
Oh goodness. I'm a blacksmith. I open. Oh, nice. Oh, so that's where you're called Celtic blacksmith. Okay. Well, that's pretty nice.
It all makes sense now.
Jack is like, I'm done. You just need to shut the hell up and let's get this over with. It was Arnold and the Rock, I believe. Who? What? What are you talking about? I don't even. You guys are all over the place. I always thought it was the Fox and the Hound. No. Well, the only Fox and the Hound I know was that Disney movie. That's all I know. Yeah, but
the Fox and the Hound that I know is that sentence in all of the
brown fox, the quick brown fox.
Yeah, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
I never heard that one.
And the only reason why they chose that was because that sentence includes all of the letters that there are in the English alphabet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that either. Because it's only 26. But
you don't know about these things. Well, let me tell you something.
Oh no.
he knows patois. He knows patois.
Is anybody still out there taking shots?
Everything's gonna be Irish.
They're still playing this drinking game.
Everything's gonna be Irish. No worries, sister.
Everything's gonna be Irish.
Yeah. What?
Dara, do you drink?
No.
At all?
Nope.
Ever?
Mm-mm.
Have you ever?
I was offered wine for my 21st, but I've met people and come across people and seen content creators as well who, for word moderation, had mysteriously disappeared from their lexicon. And so I take that
never heard of it.
Yeah, never heard of it. They did before they drank, and then when they drank, they're like, there's no such thing as whatever. So yeah, no, I don't drink. I find it, I mean, if you want to drink, that's fine. I don't give a rat's behind. It's just that I find it is something that's become for some a reliance, for some a distractor, and for some just
all the above.
Well, yeah, and a life ender, basically, right? Like, why do you have AA meetings? Because you couldn't handle your drinking, or whatever.
Do you have any vices at all?
Clowns? No.
You have piqued Jack's interest.
No,
I'm just wondering what the dynamic there is. Are you like hanging out on street corners, like waiting for a clown to appear? Like, come on, is there a clown dealer that you go to? You know what I mean? Like, are you calling up party fucking arrangers?
Sometimes you have to be the clown in order to in order for that to happen, I guess.
Is
But
that
not
and
you,
is
I mean,
that what happens if you can't find a clown? Do you become the clown?
sometimes I feel like that.
Ah.
You know what? You know what, Phoenix Electra? You know what? You've made fun of me enough already. I think we've considered it enough. I'm not gonna pull that up.
I got to be honest with you. You are a bit of a horn dog. Phoenix is right. Dara's voice is pretty ladies. You are a horn dog on the internet.
There's a lot of pretty ladies out there. I'll agree to that. But beside that point,
we need to Panda. We need to get Dara laid. That's what we need. We need to get him laid.
Through the internet.
I'm not taking that advice. But we will. I mean,
you chip in half. I chip in half. It's an easy done deal. 5 minutes.
No, but you see, the thing is, Dara, right? Like, people say to me, like, "Are you not interested in getting into another relationship?" And in today's market, like the sort of so the level of entitlement in a lot of women nowadays is very, very high, and they, so like, let's say that you meet some girl on Tinder or something like that, and you take them out for a nice meal or something, and you're spending upwards of like £100, let's say, on arranging and going out for this meal, and there's no saying that you're going to get laid on the first date. And if she's any kind of a decent woman, you're probably not going to get laid on the first date. So you might want to push that even to the second date. Yeah. So now you're spending upwards of £200 to £300 before you even got a shot at getting laid with this chick, right? Mm-hmm. But I can just hop on a plane to Amsterdam for like £25 and then pay £50 to a hooker for 15 minutes of fun and then fly back the next day. And I got laid, and I only paid 75 quid. You know what I mean? Yeah. I paid £75 and I got laid for definite. It was a dead cert that I was going to get laid because I went to Amsterdam and I got laid with a hooker.
Yeah, but the thing
I don't know
is,
if that's Dara's.
The problem is the priorities on both ends, and this isn't just women; it's both men and women, where the priorities become different on both ends because there won't be a solution for either end. They'll just keep using those sort of things and not get past the point. And then you involve technology, right? People were already making stuff about the Optimus, the things that Elon came out. What was it, like earlier this week or whatever?
Are we still talking about dating?
I'm talking about a little something within line. It's within line that
right now.
But no, it's for what Jack was talking about earlier, where about the dating market and all that stuff, right? Where the women, they'll be all these things, the whole red pill community stuff, right? The Hear the MGTOW community stuff, all that. The point of the matter, though, is on both ends where the issues lie, because no one's willing to at least sit down and have the conversation that needs to be had, like an adult, right? Like you would have a conversation with an adult. No, both sides want to play each other because they they're not willing to take the step to understand, and then they just keep going farther apart by using the excuses that will get what they want. And especially you see all these content creators for the red pill stuff and the MGTOW stuff. They'll get what they want. Back and forth. It'll be for both men and women. And
the red pill guys are the male equivalent of the like stupid, shitty feminist women. Mm-hmm. They're both awful, and they deserve each other. Like
put them in a pit.
Yeah, just put them in a pit and let them go at it
with lions. Oh. But the point of the matter is neither side is willing to take the step to have the conversation, sit down. Okay, so why is it we're acting this way? Why is it we're choosing this way? Right? You have technology, Tinder, like A brought up, Tinder, Bumble, all these things. There was a great, I don't know if you watched Rick and Morty, but there was an episode where the aliens had built an app, right, like a dating app, and you just saw these pings after pings after ping. You get a ping, you are already on to the next person, and so on and so forth. That's what that's like now. It's just not as fast. And the problem is we're blaming each other's side because we're not willing to take the step to find the solution. We'd rather just blame the other side and get on with it. Because why?
Dara,
because
we're just trying to get you fucking laid, bro. Okay.
I'm having a conversation here. Can you imagine? This is what's great. This is what's going on in my head. You put in the money and you send the hooker to his house. Yeah. The hooker shows up at Dara's house, and this is what happened.
Am I not allowed to finish my thought, or is it not that important enough?
He's sitting in a chair and he's like,
I get it, but my point is trying to point out something important that, yeah, we can joke about it or not, but humanity is going to just end itself anyway because they want to be at that point.
Fucking hope so.
If you throw any of those, what was it? There was some on Twitter, so some of making sex dolls, whatever. You throw the sex dolls in the mix for both ends, forget it.
A species is not supposed to last forever. If that were true, the fucking dinosaurs would still be here. Okay, let us fucking go.
But the problem of it is they had a thing called a meteorite that took them out. So
you're a meteorite. That's what I think.
I'm with you, and give the ants a chance.
Are you?
I think we should wipe the human race off the face of the planet and give the ants a chance.
That's what MGTOW says. I knew that for a fact. Actually, it's more of an accelerationist says. But regardless, I get it. Okay,
bring the asteroid.
I thought you were gonna say bring the ass, but that's totally different.
Well, before the asteroid comes, get some, Dara. Jesus.
Yeah, stop thinking. You're overthinking it, bro. Just go out there, get laid, and you don't need to have a conversation the majority of the time.
Feel shame like the rest of us.
You're down to fuck.
My point gets
you
missed,
DTF or not? No. Okay,
fine.
next.
It's fine.
Swipe right. Swipe left.
Have the
no, I get it. I get it. My point was. My point gets sidetracked, but that's okay. But anyway, whatever.
I know. All I did was ask you. Do you drink, Jack?
No, I don't. Not anymore. I used to a long time ago, but I stopped drinking just simply because I was sick of waking up with a sore head and an empty wallet, and so I don't drink anymore.
Agreed.
I don't have any vices either. Obviously, I said that I gave up weed about a year ago, that sort of thing. So I gave up.
Yep.
Yeah. I only smoke this vape now, and that's only just to try to get me off the cigarettes as well. So it's been sort of like a gradual thing. I gave up weed. I knew that I wouldn't be able to give up like the weed without giving up smoking, or whichever way around it was. And so now I've given up smoking as well, apart from the vape. And so hopefully within the next 6 months I'll be off this too, and then I'll be completely vice free.
What's your flavor? Because I know some vapes.
I have several. So this one,
mine was menthol strawberry. It was so lovely.
this one is Hubba Bubba.
You're Hubba Bubba.
Like the gum.
Mm.
Well, that's fun.
The chewing gum. I've also got Gummy Bear. Ooh. And I've got Red Bull flavored one as well.
Red Bull? Did you say Red Bull?
Yeah, Red Bull. Like energy drink, Red Bull.
What does that taste like as a vape?
It tastes like Red Bull.
Red Bull? Oh,
it tastes just like Red Bull.
No,
it already tastes like chemicals. If you had a Red Bull, it's awful.
Nope.
Yeah. I don't like drinking Red Bull, but I like the taste of it.
How odd. Is it almost cooling? Is it almost like a menthol? Is that why?
Yeah, they all of them have got the sort of cooling sort of menthol flavor to them, but none of them say menthol on it.
I miss cigarettes. I got to tell you, I love cigarettes so much. It is steak and potatoes to me. It's so fucking delicious. I love them so much. I tell my boyfriend all the time. I was like, if I smoke again, like because he has kids, I was like, if any of your kids start smoking, I'm starting with them. I'm like, I know. I'm buying them cigarettes and we're sharing.
My parents smoke like really heavily, especially my stepdad. He smokes. He chain smokes, and so whenever I go to their house, they smoke in the kitchen. They try to keep it to one room, so they smoke in the kitchen, and like you go and stand in there, and I'll be vaping with them, but like I'm standing in there, and I'm like, oh god, I miss this, and then I get home, and then I smell myself, and I'm like, I don't miss this.
Yeah, I don't miss this. My parents didn't smoke, and like in your situation, like the same thing. Like whenever I go back home to visit my parents, I go to this bar that I used to go to all the time, and they allow smoking like after like midnight or whatever. And then I get back like, and I reek, and I just think back to all those years. My mother had to smell my clothing and hug me and kiss me while I fucking reeked, and I'm like, oh my God, this is awful. My poor mother.
I didn't realize how bad I smelled until I was on a flight over to South Africa, and it was like, how long was it? It was like a 13-hour flight or something like that, and plus the layover as well. So I wasn't able to smoke because I had a layover in Kenya.
You were still a smoker. Okay, yeah.
And I was still a smoker, yeah. So I had a layover in Kenya, and in Kenya there was no smoking room. And so I had to, it was like I went 24 hours without a smoke. After those sort of like 24 hours, I could smell the nicotine on my coat from when I had a cigarette before I joined the entire flight or the entire travel time.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to smell it all on my clothes and everything that I'd taken with me. And I was like, I've washed these clothes and I can still smell it on me. And so, and I did, and it was like, this is how I smell to other people who don't smoke. And I didn't know, because I was constantly having cigarettes, so you don't smell it.
Of course.
And then when you don't have a cigarette for 24 hours and you can smell it on yourself, and that was really the sort of end of it for me. And of course my daughter kept going on at me, Dad, can you stop smoking, please? Because she started hearing things about, you know, getting cancer and that kind of stuff. And so that started worrying her, and she was like, I don't want you to get cancer, I don't want you to die, those sorts of things. So it shouldn't have taken my daughter to say to me, I don't want you to die from smoking.
Did, and you're quitting, and ta-da! So whatever it took, right? So better late than never, that's what they say.
A powerful, impactful story of how you can change your habits by JackTarLad. Actually, that's a good book. But anyway, it is the 3-hour mark, and I think we're going to end it here for
3 hours. What have we been doing?
We've been crapping in our hands and clapping. But anyway, sometimes it feels like that. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a few things. One is we're going to promote ourselves again before we go, because I do want, again, these people have given me their time. I am grateful for them coming on, even if at times during the show I was not all there. But anyway, thank you guys. And of course, do give them a check out. If they're worth a follow, give it to them, because at the end of the day, having people come on, having people say hello, donations and stuff, there was always a bonus to just being able to talk to people around the world. And I've shown that with all sorts of people, Jack being included, Alpha Zero Omega, and people from Alaska, and you know, all over. It's been wonderful.
It's
been
Alaska.
He's so
people.
random, bro. He's just like
it's
super random.
It's part of the deal. But anyway, getting past it, because I know Jackson keep at me on it. I do appreciate you all being here, and of course I do appreciate my guests here. So of course, Tiny Panda, go first, and then we'll have Jack, and then I'll do my bet, and we'll go on the other things. So go ahead.
Guys, please follow me on Rumble at TinyPandaFace and on Twitter at TinyPandaFace. Also on YouTube at TinyPandaFace. Beer and Cheese Fries, I think I may fade out eventually, but you can follow me on there too for my Real Professional podcast. Also, let's get Dara laid, guys. Let's do this. 2025, new year. Let's start it. New Year's resolution for all of us, guys. The asteroid's coming, guys.
Tiny Panda is
Dara isn't apparently, so
I come on, I chat, and this is what I end up with. Saddest man in the world. But anyway,
You're
yeah,
not the saddest man in the world. Come on.
I'm okay. But anyway, down in the description, whether on YouTube or Rumble, her links are down below. So give her a look. She's worth the follow. She's high energy. She also works with not Tiny Panda, Panda Sub 2000. And she also, there's another, what's that show you do with that one lady? Is that the professional one that you talk about?
With Jessica Stern. Yeah, yes. Real Professional podcast with Jessica Stern. And I'm also on Panda Sub 2000 with Phoenix, on Chaos and Fury, and what's the other show? Phoenix and Havocs. So check me out on his channel, and just check out his channel. And Jack, I implore you, if you don't know who Panda Sub 2000 is yet, check out his channel. If you want to talk
check out their channel.
If you want to talk about like audience and chat like engagement, he's the guy. Like he's the guy. Yeah,
he's like the
awesome.
guru.
He is the guru. Yeah, really.
Hard-working guru. Goodness. Man doesn't know when to take a break.
Never. Yeah.
But anyway, but no, thank you for that, Tiny Panda, of course.
Thank you, Dara. Yeah.
No, thank you. Yeah, thank you for coming on. And JackTarLad, of course, the wisecracking Brit from afar. Go for it.
I'm JackTarLad. You can find me at all my socials with the same name, JackTarLad, as it says down there. A fresh condom Phoenix.
A fresh one, okay, Dara?
You can't keep reusing the same one, okay?
I love you all, but sometimes you like to throw me under the bus. Go ahead, Jack.
You can find me at JackTarLad on Twitter, Rumble, YouTube, and Twitch in the future. Just I haven't got around to doing it yet. I'm usually shit posting on Twitter all day long because I can do it on my phone. On Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock British time, 10 p.m. British time, you can find me doing my game streams, and we're currently playing through GTA Vice City. At 8 o'clock on a Wednesday, I'm on the Real Tombies channel with the Hump Day Chinwag. That's at 8 o'clock British time. And then on Thursdays at 10 o'clock again British time, I have a show called Must Dashcam where I live react to dashcam footage from around the world.
Fun!
And apart from that, you just see me around on maybe sometimes I appear on other people's podcasts and panel shows, that kind of stuff. So come and find me. And like Panda said, sub goals. We've got a new sub goal for the new year coming up. We've got to get Dara laid. So make sure that you
guys. That's the year.
But oh goodness, there's that. And again,
for some reason, right at the end of the show, we've got 25 people watching and 22 people over on Rumble right now.
Because on the West Coast, it's only 7 p.m.
Yeah.
That's why. And so
I wasn't gonna do it any later because he's ahead, so I didn't want to. Whatever. Gosh, you bring up one joke and you guys are already throwing it, just digging into it. All right, well there we go. But anyway,
I wanted to ask you. Sorry, but Panda, I wanted to ask you. Do you know? Because you do like yarn crafting and stuff like that. Do you know of one of our fellow comrades called Yarn Witch?
No.
Okay, she's starting to branch out into doing some streams as well, so it might be worth.
Is she on Rumble? I'm looking for more crafters on Rumble. She's on Rumble.
I'll get you in touch.
Yarn Witch, yes, please. Thank you.
Yeah, she's got a website called pineandcauldron.com, and she dyes her own yarn. And she sells her own dyed yarn.
Show me. Link me. And you see, like Phoenix Electra in the chat right now. She's a seamstress. She does sewing and stuff. She knows how to use like every sewing machine ever, I think. And she's wonderful also. Yes, please link me with more crafty people. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, and because getting to talk to all these different people, I get to come across people like Yarn Witch and Electra. I haven't crossed them yet.
I could come across them.
What?
They haven't come across each other yet.
She's married. Okay, she's married.
Yeah, she's married. Yeah, there you go. See, so they've met each other. I think they've met each other to some degree. Yeah, Yarn Witch is fun. She's great. I've had her on a few. She'll be on next week, actually. So that'll be fun to have her on again. Couldn't last month, but I'm glad to get her on this month. So, but anyway, but yes, their links are down below. If they're worth a follow, give it to them because at the end of it, building these things, building a computer, whatever, they're important because again, don't know how successful one will be, but the success comes in measures on a personal scale. And so far, I've been pretty successful because I've met all these wonderful people, and I don't regret it. Jack is like
Are you sure? We've been trying to make you regret it the whole fucking stream.
I know, that was our goal.
No matter what you do, Jack, you always be a big bro. So there you go.
We failed,
Tiny
Jack.
Panda.
We
Thank you. I love
failed.
you too.
Tiny Panda will just be the neighbor who drank a lot of Red Bull. But anyway,
Monsters.
Monsters, Red Bull. At the end of the day, it's energy drinks. But yes, the links are down below, whether you're on Rumble or YouTube. So go give them a look. And of course, for my end, and hopefully you'll be able to help with that. But anyway, on my end, stupid fly, whether on Rumble, whether on YouTube, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, share, follow, a comment, any of it, all of it, it doesn't matter. Any help with the engagement is much appreciated because, again, engagement leads to being seen, and being seen leads to having more and different people on, whether they're a creator or not. I think when I met Jack, you weren't doing your stuff yet. You weren't doing your gaming stuff yet, I don't believe.
No, you're right. I think I was still a mod in a lot of people's chats, and I'd been on a few. I was starting to become regular on certain people's panel shows, that sort of thing. But I hadn't started putting out my own content yet.
So, and I've had people on who aren't content creators, and that's fine. It doesn't matter. It just matters having people on, having discussions about whatever, and just having fun with the process. Because at the end of the day, we're at a point where it feels like we're I coined it diverted division is what I call that, because we're diverted with our attention and we're divided in these groups, and we really just won't just come to the table and sit down. So that's why I like doing this, because I get to meet all of you and my wonderful panel people. So but anyway, if you want to know where else I'm at, there's a link down below. Go to that. You'll find my other places. And if you'd like to come on, you can go to either the comment section of YouTube or Rumble and put something there, or go to the link, find me at those places, and we can get started. Because at the end of the day, this is about bringing people together, having conversations, and just having fun with it. Because I tell you what, I'm tired of all the team stuff. I'm tired of all those stuff. I'm just here to have conversations. I'm not here to interview these people. I couldn't interview these people. You already just saw them derail me for like the past hour. So there's that. But anyway, I appreciate
I tried quite hard.
It was quite hard, Jack, but you don't give up.
That's right. I'll just keep pounding away until I... Never mind. Doesn't matter. Carry on with your thing.
It becomes a brown gravy at the end of the day. But anyway, but because we have enough people, it's been a long time, but I can do an ad read. So we're gonna do an ad read because it's
an ad read, indeed.
Yes, yeah, because you have to have like 25 and above now to do an ad read on Rumble Studios. So here we go. It'll be very little, but the point of the matter is I've done it while I'm gonna do it
quickly.
style.
You have 26. If 2 people leave, you're out.
This sponsor is from Rumble, and one that is incredibly important to the survival of the company. When Rumble first started in 2013, they built a platform for the small creator. They didn't censor or have biases. They were fair and treated all creators equally. No one thought platforms would censor political conversation or censor opinions on the COVID. But they did. Facebook admitted it. They felt the pressure from the Biden and Harris administration. Rumble did not. They held the line. They are attacked daily for giving us a voice to talk to you. They are attacked in corporate media. They are attacked by governments like France. They are attacked from brand advertisers who refuse to work with them. Corporate America is fighting to remove speech. Rumble is fighting to keep it. Rumble won't survive with brand advertisers. They don't get much of it. Watch our show. My show on Rumble is the most they can ask from you. But if you really believe in this fight and you have the means, one major way you can help Rumble survive is by joining Rumble Premium. Join the community that believes in the First Amendment and believes in our human right, free speech. Rumble is offering $10 off with the promo code STUDIO. When you purchase an annual subscription, go to rumble.com/premium and use the promo code STUDIO. Like I said, if you have the means and believe in the cause, now is the time to join Rumble Premium. If you don't have the means, we are just happy to watch Rumble. Thank you very much.
Don't forget to clean your room, Bucko.
probably the last one I'll ever do in a long time.
Oh, that was great.
By the way, Panda Face there, actual face. Is this Abe or is this someone else? I don't know who this is at this point. Dove Omega. What in the world is going on? I don't know. If it's Abe, then yes, I have seen Abe's actual face. He's a real good dude.
No,
Very
that's
hard.
not Abe. That's Dove.
Oh, that's Dove. What? Dove Omega. I'm not. Dove Omega. I can't remember where I heard that from. But anyway, so the secondary part is no, come on, Abe. Seriously? Anyway, tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, I will have on Sergeant Wilkie. Met the dude through, of course, one of my Pay It Forward streams. And I think he's popped into my chat once before. But I will have him on tomorrow at 5 p.m. So I hope you'll join me for that. And dear Lord, I have to set up for that too after this. Oh, it's going to be a long week, but I enjoy it anyway. And of course, we come to, and as a Steve would like to call it, Hat of Doom, but it's not. It's called
the Hat of Doom.
Called Questions from a Hat. You can't even change it. But anyway, usually the routine is guests get 2 freebies, and of course, Chad would have to pay for another one. But because Big Black gave a rant, there will be 3 tonight. So let's get started. What is the first one? So each will. I do not claim him tonight. Oh goodness sake! No one had to claim him. All right. Let's see. All right. What's the first one? First one is this blue one, and it is. What's your go-to comfort food, Panda?
My go-to comfort food?
Yes.
Maybe anything potatoes.
Potatoes.
Anything that's, I don't know, food. Food. Who chooses one food? That's stupid.
It's called comfort food for a
Shut
reason.
up. It's all comfort food. Food. I
will
like
take that.
food. The end.
Food, glorious food. Oliver.
Dun-ba-da-dun-dun-dun.
Do I
That's
get the
right.
same question?
Yes, you get the same question. You're on the panel.
My go-to comfort food is ramen noodle.
Ooh,
Ramen's good.
ramen. Yeah.
Love ramen.
At Walmart, where I usually would buy them, they'd have like these cheesy noodle ones.
What the fuck are cheesy noodle ramen?
We're just gonna go on to the next question. No, it like with shrimp, like with beef and all this stuff. It was just part of the ordeal. The hat of apocalypse. No, it's not that.
Specifically, there are these bowls that you get, and it's a kimchi. It's a really spicy kimchi ramen noodle bowl that you get. You just add water and the sprinkly bits. You get the veg inside.
A little
But
cup of
they're
noodles.
no, it's a bowl. It's like a big fucking bowl.
Those bigger
the
ones.
Korean
yeah.
ones.
It's so really spicy and really like.
I can't. It's too spicy. My mouth will feel like somebody threw fire in there.
That's right. You know them then.
Here's question number 2. Oh, okay. So starting with Jack, are you a morning person or a night owl?
Night owl, definitely.
I figured you
Way
would say
more
that.
of a night owl. Yeah, I'm a grumpy bastard in the morning. I hate being woken up.
Okay, I'm awake. All right,
I'm more of a sleep person than an awake person, but if I have to be an awake person, then I'm a night person.
That's my answer. I go with that. I'm a sleep person, not an awake person. The end. Doesn't matter what time of day.
Jeez. Sounds like you're already ready for the 6 feet under. All right. Last question.
Bring the fucking asteroid, bro.
Tighten the noose. Let's go.
First
Hello,
time.
darkness, my old friend. Yes.
All right. Last one. Here we go. All these people are getting loopy on me. Come on, open up. Goodness sake.
But hang on a minute, bro.
What?
What's your favorite comfort food?
I'm a chocoholic by nature, so there you go.
Okay, are you a night person or a morning person?
That's difficult. I have woken up for jobs in the morning, so I've gotten used to that. But I'd rather do the staying up late part. So probably more a night person than a morning person, but I can do both.
Jack's taking notes so he can find your perfect woman.
Let's just say I know how to double team, but in the morning and night. But anyway, last one is sleep is good food. That's true. Sleep is good food, except you can't eat sleep unless it's melatonin. That's a different story. But the last one is, and this one is dedicated to Kaiju and Steve. Are cats racist?
Are cats racist?
Yes, that's the question.
I think
Are
cats
cats-
hate everybody equally.
Yeah, I think they're cat supremacists.
Oh,
Yeah,
cat
cat-
supremacist?
I don't think that they care whether or not it's a black person or white person in that sort of human racism, but they're definitely speciesist in that they want to maintain their own species above all other species.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
kill for fun, dude. I mean,
They'll
Like
eat your
me.
face off.
you're practically cat.
With just one look, the man just kills you.
What's happening? Shot.
What do you think, Dara? Are they racist or not? I don't even know where that fucking question came from. It's like that's a really weird question. But
It just came up one day as a funny thing. That's what it is. I don't really. I'm not a pet person, so I mean, I enjoy pets, but I'm enough responsibility as it is. So
yeah, but are cats racist? What do you think?
I think cats just hate in general. They just have
We're all agreed then. All cats are
just-
bastards.
they just have a hate when they look at you, right? They give you that look, right? When it's dinner time, you're the king of the world. When it's not, they look at you sitting on their tower and they're just like, oh, it's you again. And you're just like,
Careful,
why?
there are a lot of cat lovers in the chat and on Rumble in general. Everyone owns a fucking cat.
Your cat will eat your face if you let him.
Phoenix
End of
Electra has
story.
like 3 of them or something.
Same.
Yeah.
I dislike everyone equally. Well, you know what, Phoenix? I still think you're one of the greats. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it is true. If you die, the cat won't care. It's not getting food anymore. It will eat you alive. Well, it will eat you dead.
Yeah, all animals though.
Yeah.
I love my puppy, but he can, he'll fucking eat my toes in a second.
Careful with you go with that, Phoenix, because I will turn that around if I have to. Dogs are definitely dogs. I mean, dogs. I get dogs, but not all dogs are created equal. So there is that. But yes, cats rule the world.
That sigh was so sincere.
Yep. I do definitely. 3 is a magic number, though. So there you go. Schoolhouse Rock taught me that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the night has gone on long enough. And I do, again, thank my guests for coming on. Of course, they are always invited to come back, whether it's their chat or whether it's their Dara's Hangout Den. They're always welcome to come back because these are awesome people with their different perspectives on the world. And it's been a blast all the same. So thank you, my lovely guests. And thank you, lovely chat, even though you threw me on the bus several times and made me weep to myself in my sleep. Now I'll see how my
Thank you for having me on anyway.
Yeah.
Anytime, Jack.
Thank you,
Anytime.
Dara.
You're welcome. You guys are always welcome back, even if you make fun of me or whatever. I appreciate all the same. But
I've
anyway,
never made fun of you. Not a single once have I ever made fun of you.
I've seen that scowl before, but regardless, I see the smile. But regardless, I don't think Tiny. You don't know what the thing I end with, do you? What it's no. Okay. So anyway, Jack, you already know what it is. So end us out on that.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us in the chat, and thanks. It was a pleasure to meet you, Panda, for the first time today, and it was a pleasure to meet you too, Dara, for the first time ever today. And we'll be seeing you on the next one. Until then, it is was it One Day with You? By Pogo.
Bye, Pogo. There you go. That English sounding. Anyway, see you guys later. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. Good night, guys.
Play it. God damn it, hurry up. You're just going to keep us hanging on here now. video, goddammit.